protocol.
That's how I do it.
Yeah,
like you
no.
can't show
Yeah,
to
no.
a barbecue starving and you start with crabs.
No, listen. You start off with the stuff on the grill. You start off with the
Yes.
hot dogs, the burgers, all that.
The chicken, the potato
okay.
salad, the pasta
The hot
salad, the
dogs,
deviled
the
eggs.
burgers.
Yeah. You
You
start
know,
off with that, then after
the
that,
ribs.
you do the light stuff.
Yeah.
Then you do the crab legs, the fruit, all that.
Yeah.
Get yourself a nice can of Mountain Thunder.
Your newspaper rolled out. You know what I mean? Get your melted butter right there.
Yes,
I'm dipping them legs in there. You straight.
absolutely.
Okay.
But listen, we got a big show ahead of us, man. Listen, at 5:15, we have a really exclusive interview with Al Norwood, who's been driving the bus for all the Philadelphia sports teams for the past few decades.
Nice.
We're going to get some NBA talk, some NCAA
Mhm.
action, and at 6:00 we have an interview with the daughter of the late British Bulldog, Georgia Smith, who's also the head of British Bulldogs Companies. But first things first, Karn, since it is Women's History Month, Karn wants to drop some more knowledge on us.
Yes. So welcome back to Women's History Month Carm segment.
We need like
okay?
an applause button.
Yeah, we need like
Yeah.
a clap, 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 clap. Okay, welcome back, guys. So this week for Women's History Month, I decided to talk about some great women in sports, but not in the way that you would think, not in your traditional way. I'm here to talk about the women behind, or let's say the leaders of the men who are big in sports. I'm going to talk about some of the mothers,
Nice.
some of the mothers of our great athletes, some of our MVPs of the league, talk about their moms, their stories, and kind of what they've been through in their life, which led to them raising these, great athletic men that we have in our league, well, the NBA. So first and foremost, I'm going to talk about the King's mom,
Mhm.
Gloria James.
Yes.
All right. She was born in Akron, Ohio, April 4th, 1968. She was many people know she was 16 when she had LeBron,
Mhm.
very young. His dad was never involved. She raised him as a single mom, got help from her mother, Frida James, and her mother passed away when she was only 19. So she's 16 with LeBron. Then her mom, who's a support, which everyone knows moms are like your number one support, especially when you're young, passes away. So she's left with LeBron at age 19, and LeBron is 3. Bounced around for years, didn't really have, places to live. They were kind of going from apartment to apartment, no steady income. She never graduated from high school. And when she was 24, LeBron was 9 years old, and she made a very hard decision, I know as most mothers would say. Mm-hmm. She sent her son to live somewhere else with his, at the time, football coach, Frank Walker. And Frank Walker is the one that actually introduced LeBron to basketball. So because of this decision, LeBron came across the game of basketball and kind of put football to the side. So Gloria James, took it on the chin, sent him away. And that was probably really hard for her, obviously sending your kid away.
Sure.
And then LeBron kind of became LeBron. I mean, as everything kind of summed up. Him and his mom are still extremely close. She is a big part of him and his kids and raising his kids, because LeBron is her only child.
Right.
So that's one. Secondly, I want to talk about someone who I was very surprised about when I did research on her. I want to talk about the real MVP, Wanda Durant, Kevin Durant's mom. Okay. She's a single mom of 2 boys, Kevin Durant. Everyone knows who KD is.
Yep.
And a son, Tony Durant.
I didn't even know you had a brother.
Yep, Tony Durant. He's a businessman on his own. He's very successful in his own right, but he's obviously
Nice.
not an athlete. He's not a KD, but he's successful in his own right.
Hopefully he brushes his hair.
Oh my God. All right. So she was a single mom of 2. By the time she was 21, she made sure they stayed out of trouble, kind of like your strong mom, obviously. Her mother, Barbara, actually helped her raise her boys. As we all kind of know, moms usually help. I mean, grandmothers usually are very vital in the raising of kids. So that's not a surprise. So besides her raising 2, one KD and Tony, she herself is a philanthropist and a well-renowned speaker. She created the foundation Hope, Dream, Believe, and Achieve, HDBA. She's the president and CEO. And this is a motivational platform which shares her parenting blueprint that she used to help her kids be successful adults. And she's, like I said, she's a speaker. She's been all over national, international media, CNN, ABC, CBS, GMA, ESPN, Fox Sports. She's been everywhere. She has a lot of philanthropic endeavors. And she even has her own website, mamadurant.com. And on this, one of her quotes that she says is, where there's hope, there are possibilities. And she's very big on just uplifting the youth. She pushes the importance of youth being global citizens and cultural diplomats. So from her great job she did raising her kids, she's trying to pass it, moving forward, pass it along, and kind of help the youth of today.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and not to mention she went on first take and put Stephen A in his place.
Pretty much.
I do remember
that
that
too. So
Wow.
Mama Durant, the real MVP, Gloria James, two women that even though they're not women in sports, they are women in sports because without them, our KD and LeBron would not be where they are today. So they deserve the credit and the accolades just as much as LeBron and KD. So for Women's History Month, I chose the mothers, the people who don't always get, their due, their kudos, but definitely deserve it. So shout out to all the moms taking kids to practices, sacrificing after you get off work. Then you take a kid to practice and wait for the kid, then go home, cook dinner. All those little things that you do build up and lead to success of your kids in the future, whether it be sports or whatever they choose to do in life. So shout out to all the moms out there.
That's major.
Absolutely.
That's dope.
Listen, moms are the backbones of society.
And grandmoms.
And grandmas also,
Can't
Yep.
forget about the grandma.
especially in the black community, man.
Yep.
Big facts.
Definitely.
Yeah. Even though my grandma don't know how to work this, I'm gonna call her later, but it's her birthday, so I'm just gonna give my
Oh, happy
grandma,
birthday.
my grandma Carol Cooper birthday shout out. Even though I know she don't know how to access this on her phone, but I'm gonna call her
It's the
though.
spirit.
But she probably does have an old timey radio where she can probably tune in.
Who knows? She probably got WDAS playing on that joint right now.
WDAS, huge ass. Happy
Right.
birthday, Grandma. So yeah, that is my Women's History Month for this week. I will be picking up next week, so be on the lookout.
Yes.
Right. And speaking of women, we might as well, stay on the topic. So one of the things that we talked about on air that we're going to talk about now is, Candace Parker and Shaq got into a debate about potentially lowering the rim of the WNBA so women will have more opportunities to, dunk.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys think about, potential changes to try to make the WNBA more appealing?
For me, I think women's basketball is kind of your pure form of basketball, like pure skills. The women, they know how to set picks. They know how to run schemes. Like they're very foundationally sound. So that's the biggest thing with WNBA. But besides with the dunking, first of all, some women in the WNBA can dunk. Number two, some men in the NBA can't dunk. So the thing with the net, I feel like putting the net up or down, lowering it because making it more, I guess, even or fair for the average woman's height. That is an idea. But like Candace Parker said, I don't think it is a solution to getting the WNBA more viewership, more patronage, whatever have you. I think people just have a mindset and an idea about the WNBA because first and foremost, sexism. That's just a part of life and that happens all the time. And people just prefer to see men's sports over women's sports. People want to see women being quote unquote girly, in my opinion. And also too, a lot of the women who play in the WNBA, not all, but a good amount of the women who play in the WNBA are homosexual, outwardly homosexual, and they look more on the manlier side, more not so feminine. And I don't think people want to see that. Now, here in the big city, we might say, who cares? They're ballers. Who really cares? But you're just your regular old, let's just scroll through the channels and check out Basketball Fan in Idaho or Illinois or wherever they are, sees that, and that might not be appealing to them. So I think that plays a big part into it. And it might not be said, but if every single girl in the WNBA was walking around with booty shorts and, it became more of like the looks thing and that kind of got picked up more and more, I think
Like
that
the LFL.
Right. I think that would make a difference. That would make a huge difference. Now, people say dunking is exciting, and people who don't really like basketball, who just watch just to watch, they want to see dunks. That's exciting for them. Let's see people dunk. Cool. But women can dunk, and I think as more and more girls are getting into the league, they're dunking more.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll get there, but it's just the progression of the game. Mind you, just put this into perspective. The WNBA has only started in 96. So 96, 06, 10 years, 16, 20 years. Okay, they haven't been around that long. So it's just where the game has gone, it's progressing. The NBA has been around for how long? They've had so many changes, the different balls they've used. They had a lot of different changes within the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So let the women have their time to kind of, get the kinks out and figure it out. I don't think you should lower the net just because you think dunk now, that's going to give up your viewership. I don't think it will. I think it's an overall stigma against women in sports that they just prefer to see men playing those sports. Think about it. Tennis, besides Serena Williams, how many women tennis players do you know? Basketball, they want to see men's basketball. Boxing, they want to see men's boxing. That's just the sexism of our country, of the world.
No lies detected whatsoever. Like I do agree for the most part, but from like it is a completely different product, as Carm mentioned. Like it's super fundamental. Like that's another thing too. Like sometimes you want to see a little finesse on the layup. Like you want to see, the kids call it little jelly.
Right.
These days, nah, they do not be jellying in there. Like I was telling y'all off air, like when I play 2K, like I put the sliders up so they can dunk.
All right, and now we have our interview with Al Norfleet.
Oh, bet.
All right, 98.5 WJYN.
Yes, this is Al Norfleet calling.
Oh, hey, just want to let everybody know we are now doing our interview with Al Norfleet, who is the lead driver for all the Philadelphia sports. Al, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Oh, I'm good, man. Can't complain. It's officially spring. We can go out and wear short sleeves in peace.
Absolutely.
You can do that.
But Al, let's just dive right into this interview. So, it's a two-part question. Number one, how long have you been, driving the bus? And number two, how did you get the job to begin with?
Well, I've been driving. This is my 26th year driving the bus. It's my 21st year driving for the teams. Back in '99, I was the manager at my office, and a lot of things was going on, and it was a little bit too hectic for me. So I told them I wanted to go back to driving, and that's when they said they had the Philadelphia Eagles job open up, and asked me did I want to drive for them. I said absolutely, and that's how it all came about. Year after year, more teams came on, so now it's all the teams in Philadelphia, plus the visiting teams that come in to play. So I drive for them as well.
Okay. So what have been the most memorable parts of your job?
Well, in my opinion, when I think it was 2004 when they did the Campbell Soup commercial with Donovan McNabb and his mom, and I was actually a part of that, and so I got to hang out with McNabb. A couple of guys that was in the commercial along with his mom, and we spent like 3 or 4 days together just having a great time and shooting the commercial. That was one of my most memorable times.
Okay. Were you a part of the commercial?
Yes, I was.
Okay. All right. I got to check that old commercial out.
Hey, Al, how you doing? Mark here.
I'm doing well.
Okay. My question for you, I know you mentioned Donovan McNabb and being a part of the Campbell Soup commercial. Who are some of like the most memorable players, like some of the nicest players that you've come across throughout your tenure?
Well, here again, started with McNabb, Jeremiah Trotter, Hollis Thomas, which we're still friends to this day. We speak to him on Facebook once in a while, but most of the guys from that area, Todd Pinkston, Darren Walken, all those guys, I was with them for so long that they made me feel a part of the family. Whereas opposed nowadays, the guys don't know me that well, but those was the guys that we really spent a lot of time together.
Okay.
Hey, Al, Carmen here.
Hi,
how are you? Good. Thanks for calling in, by the way, again.
Yes.
Just wanted to ask you, so when you say driving the teams, do you mean when they come, what do you mean? Like, where do you drive them? Like what does the driving entail? Like taking them to away game? What is the driving them entail?
Okay. For football, it's basically driving them back and forth to the airport.
Okay.
If they go to Washington, we drive them there. If they go to the New York Giants, we drive them there.
Okay.
Every place else, they fly. But no one is allowed to just go on their own. So we take them to the airport, and they get on the plane. When they come back in, we pick them back up.
Okay. What about the Phillies and the Sixers too?
Yes, it's the same with all of them.
Okay, so basically,
fact,
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just got back last night. I was with the 76ers up in New York the weekend, and so we just got back yesterday about midday.
Oh, cool. So if it's DC or New York, you drive them, but if it's not, you just
Yeah.
take them to the airport.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. I guess as of right now, who are you a Sixers fan?
Yes.
So who would you say is your favorite player from playing, and then who is like your fave to drive?
Okay. This is kind of contradictory here because Allen Iverson is my favorite player,
Okay.
but he's also someone that I didn't get along with. So that's it's kind of contradictory.
Okay.
But you can't take that talent away from him. So as far as a 76, it was definitely Allen Iverson. As far as the Eagles, it would definitely be McNabb.
Okay.
We had a good close relationship.
Okay. Cool. What about the Phillies?
The Phillies, Ryan Howard had to be my number one favorite.
Okay.
All the
I have a
brothers.
couple of pictures with
Big
him
piece.
together, and matter of fact, he just opened a restaurant 2 blocks from my house yesterday here.
Where at? In Philly?
In Mount Holly.
Oh, in Jersey. Okay.
Yeah,
What kind of food is it?
it's almost like a Chick-fil-A. It's called Kobe's.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
he
about to
went
try
along
that
with
out.
a couple other guys.
Wow. Cool. So, do you love your job? Like, would you?
I absolutely adore my job. Love it to death.
Okay. Thanks, Al.
Yeah. So being a part of, like all the teams throughout, 25 now going on 26 years. So you've been a part of 2 championship teams, the 2008 Phillies and 2017, Philadelphia Eagles. So what about, being a part of that, like stood out to you? Like when you saw them win the championship, what did that meant for you?
It was very exciting, very exhilarating. Like I said, they've always made me feel like a part of the family. So the Super Bowl in itself, when they came back, we was about to leave after they got off the plane, and the owner was in the car in front of me. He stopped the car, so all the buses had to stop. He got out, asked me to get out of the bus. He got on his phone, had the trophy to come over and said, "Me and you in the trophy." So we took a picture together, the 3 of us, So I thought that was very, very cool.
So,
And we was actually in the parade itself too.
Oh, cool, Al. You got all the pictures then. I know you got plenty of pictures in your library.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
so how many selfies with the Super Bowl ring did you take of yourself?
Well, I didn't take it with somebody else's Super Bowl ring. I took a selfie with my Super Bowl ring.
Oh, you get a ring too?
Yes, I did. Yes,
That's
I did.
lit.
Yes, Al.
That's awesome.
Okay, that's so cool. 'Cause
And
you-
also, nobody has said anything yet, but I also sing the national anthem for some of the games.
Okay.
oh, you got the pipes, Al?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Hey Al, Mark here again.
Yes.
So question, I know you just mentioned that you were drove the Sixers to New York. My
Mhm.
question is, with them currently being a winning team, what's the atmosphere like on the bus? Like, is there a lot of camaraderie, a lot of brotherhood on there? What's it like on there?
Well, the thing about these professional teams, when they finish with a game, that game is over. They get on the bus, the headphone goes on, you don't hear nothing. Win, lose, whatever the case may be. They get on the bus, it's the downtime, the headphone comes on, and it's just relaxing and get mentally debriefed, so to speak, you would say.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Al, another question. Between all the Philly mascots that that Philadelphia has, Gritty, the Fanatic, Swoop, and now Franklin, before that was hip hop. If all of them were all to get in a fight, who do you think would win that fight?
I would definitely say the Phillies mascot.
Oh, the Fanatic?
Yes, I've been around him the longest, and I definitely think he would be the one. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Money down on what's his name? The Fanatic?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And, with, the state of, the Philadelphia 76ers right now, they're the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So as a Sixer fan, like how excited are you? Because this is the first time that the Sixers are going to be on pace to be the number 1 seed since 2001, in which we won the entire Eastern Conference and went to the finals against the Lakers. So how do you feel about the Sixers this year?
I feel very good about it. Very exciting. the last time I was there at your guys' place was talking with Keith and the guys, and they was asking me about my rings. And the one guy said, "Well, you got rings from the six?" I said, "No, nobody else has won yet." So hopefully they can change that for me this year.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
awesome.
That's so cool. You get rings to everybody who wins, but obviously you are part of the team. You hope with the team effort.
Yes, yes.
And one last question. So
Okay.
obviously, the Eagle season didn't go as anyone expected. So how do you feel about, the massive overall that's happened, the roster conversion, Carson Wentz getting traded, a new coaching staff. So how do you feel about, the Eagles going into, this off season and going into the 2021 season?
I'm going to say something that the players naturally say. It's part of the business, You like coaches, you like players, and if somebody doesn't perform, you're not going to be getting rid of all the players, that's for sure. So somebody has to go, and I think everybody in sports realize this, and even though we may not like when a coach gets dismissed, but that's just the way the things are in professional sports because you can't get rid of the players. So somebody has to take that ball.
Al, last question.
Yeah.
I have one last question. Who's your favorite coach from all the teams?
Absolutely, Andy Reid. When he was here, I was here with him for 14 years. Very good person. Even better person than he was a football coach. He was a good football coach, but he was a good man.
Okay.
And throughout the years, they've all been pretty good. Maurice Cheeks was very good with me. Charlie Manuel with the Phillies, another guy that I was with for a long time. And so everybody has just been absolutely wonderful. But my favorite of all time, I would say, would be Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, how's Doc? I know Doc's new.
Say again?
I said, how's Doc? How's that vibe with Doc? I know Doc is obviously new to the team this year.
Yeah, I haven't been around him that long, so I don't know him that well. He don't know me that well. So, but as time goes, we see how the relationship matures.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, Al, I just want to thank you again, for taking the time, to do this interview.
Yes, sir. My pleasure. Certainly my pleasure.
All right. Once again, thank you for having you on. I wish you and, the rest of the team safe travels to wherever you guys go and enjoy the weather.
All right. Thank you. You guys do the same and be safe out there.
Thanks,
All
Al.
Thanks, Al.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
That's got to be dope.
Yeah.
Getting those
That's a
Super
cool
Bowl
job.
rings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you get a ring just for drive. Like, yes,
Yeah.
ring.
And once again, you're listening to 98.5 WJYM, Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture, Chris Thomas, Mark and Carm. And yeah, that was Al Norfleet, the lead bus driver for all the Philadelphia sports teams for the past 26 years. That's a long time to, do something for that long.
That is a long time.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
also, that number to call in is 215-763-9596 to join the conversation.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Al is a better man than me because I would have sold that Super Bowl ring on eBay.
Why would you sell it?
That makes no sense.
I would have sold it.
Why?
Why?
You can probably get like $100,000 for it, maybe even
But
more.
why?
Why?
Because money. What do you mean? Like,
But that's a memento you keep the rest of your life. You can pass it on to your kids and your kids, kids, and kids.
I don't know. I'm selling the Phillies John and the Eagles John, especially if it's real.
You tripping?
Nah.
See ya.
No, what a Philly fan.
Yeah, bro, you tripping.
I'm just trying to get this coin. Like,
What did we call him last week?
don't.
Negadelphi.
Nah. See, don't even start that.
Listen, man, just out here just
He's
selling.
selling Super Bowl rings, selling
Bro,
championship
Bro, listen, I'm
rings.
just saying, listen, if I
We only got like two. You selling one,
two in my lifetime.
right?
Yeah, listen.
I'm selling them Johns.
Listen, I'm just saying,
The
listen.
memories are never going to fade.
No, listen. Yeah, I got the rings to prove it.
Right.
I hear you.
I ain't selling nothing.
You also got the DVD you can get when they go to Disney World and
Yeah, but they
whatnot.
won't believe me.
Wow.
Listen,
They
here's the
gonna
thing, like,
gonna
listen,
believe
I
you.
got
They
my
gonna
Ring
believe.
power.
They're gonna believe your bank account.
I'm like, son. Let me tell you the story about I helped single handedly.
When it's a Super Bowl,
Yeah, thing.
I
see.
stopped the
Oh,
drought.
you trying to pup fake? That's what it
Yeah,
is.
listen,
Get to the
Well,
pulpit.
about when you was on the D line for the Philadelphia
Listen to me on the
Eagles.
pulpit,
Yeah.
my son.
listen.
And you get up there and you pull the ACR.
Oh my gosh.
All parents want to flex their kids to feel like they're the greatest in the world. Listen, all parents do that.
That's
that's-
cool point.
And
Like,
that's
yo,
the problem with these kids today.
What's wrong with them today?
How is that?
Everybody think that they're a superstar and they deserve an A+.
I mean, just because you might not be a superstar, you should have superstar effort, and parents should
That's
promote
fair.
that.
No, they don't promote that. They just automatically give it to them.
Mhm.
God, these kids work hard for their earnings.
Yeah. And I worked hard for these rings.
See? Yeah, funny.
Listen, man, you about to make me turn into Shaq.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Look at my rings.
That's, and it's crazy. That's the main card that Shaq pulls whenever he gets stumped. Whenever he gets on Tuesdays they run circles around him because they actually talk about basketball. But like on Thursdays, they be joking and giggling, running to the board and whatnot. But like D Wade and Candace really run circles around him on Tuesday.
I can't stand D Wade as an announcer.
I like him. He's
really
not bad.
can't. He's all right. I just after that dunk debacle, I was done with him. I'm like, D Wade, like you're just too. Just what he said about Jordan Clarkson. Like, yeah, I didn't be Jordan Clarkson. I want to play off the bench and just be swaggy and live life, no pressure. I'm like, would you like? Why are you playing Jordan Clarkson? Like, relax, D Wade.
I'll tell you one thing. His three.
I like his suits. Though.
I
His
was about
suits
to
are
say
nice.
the
His
same
suits are
thing.
nice.
His
But
three-piece prom suits be fire.
him as a commentator, Candace, I like.
It's better than Shaq.
I love Shaq. Shaq's funny.
He not.
Shaq's just funny.
He's uber sensitive for a man that big.
He's like, yeah,
Listen,
championships, brother. I can say that.
listen, sports you all play your role. Shaq's a personality. Candace actually breaks the game down, and so does Wade. You
Yeah,
got to know your role out here.
yeah, that's
Listen, here's
true.
my thing. Like, if I want like actual basketball discussion, I watch people break it down on the ring. I'm not gonna go to First Take for actual basketball discussion.
True. Because they're just yelling,
And, yeah,
and they talk about the same thing every day.
they ain't nothing. Listen, or listen. You want an actual basketball discussion? You can tune in to us.
Tune in to
Yeah.
the Running Back Sports Show
Yeah,
you
man.
feel me?
every
listen.
Tuesday.
Yeah, listen. If you want to argue 8 hours a day about Carson Wentz, go to WIP.
Facts. They definitely do that all day. I don't even want to. I don't even care. He don't play for our team no more.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get it.
Carson is a cult.
Yeah, listen, I don't get it either. It's like, yo, he's like, yo, did you listen to the interview? This is why I can't respect him. Like, who cares if you respect him?
He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
You guys wanted Jalen Hurts. He's here. Focus on him.
I wish him the best though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I
Because-
don't-
I do wish him the
I
best.
hope he plays those 75% of those snaps so we can get that pick.
because that he'll get a pick.
Right, he better stay freaking healthy. Shoot,
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Colts are fine.
yeah,
They
they'll
won.
be okay.
They won 11-5 with Phil Rivers. They dropping Carson Wentz. You still got to get another offensive lineman because Anthony Costanzo's out. But you do that. Listen, that the team, the culture, the roster, it's fine.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse for them not to win that division. Jaguars are rebuilding. Houston's a mess. The Tennessee, they're only going to go as far as Derrick Henry goes. And Derrick Henry has shown that he can definitely pull that weight.
Yeah, it's crazy he got chumped and can't wear number 11 though. He's stuck with 2.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I guess 1 + 1 = 2. So there you go.
Why did he get? What happened?
So when he got traded over, the wide receiver, what's the wide receiver name again?
Michael Pittman.
Yeah,
Jr.
Michael Pittman Jr. wears number 11. He's just like, nah, bro, you're not getting this.
Dang.
Like offer it.
Yeah.
So that's a great introduction.
Oh, well.
Hey, but you know what? I mean, like, so I know you sent the interview with Pat McAfee and
Yes.
everything. I checked it out. The only thing that it bothers me, but not really, because like technically he is a Super Bowl winner, but like, don't act like he won that, John. Like, I feel like, in my opinion, that shouldn't really be like an accolade. Like he was there, he's a part of the team, but he ain't playing the game. So don't act like, oh, we got Super Bowl winning quarterback Carson Wentz. Like, don't do that. I'm sorry. Even though we know.
Maybe the language should have been Super Bowl winning team, the Philadelphia Eagles, former quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, don't act
But
like he
even-
played.
But he did get the team to the point
Listen,
of the
at
winning.
this point, he was 11-2 at that point as a
Yeah.
starter.
Right.
He pretty much put at that point the team in position. All you got to do is win 2 more games to get home field advantage.
Yeah.
So listen,
I mean, he put him in position.
He did all the
Yeah.
work.
So it's like
He just couldn't.
yeah,
reap
he
the
just couldn't.
benefits.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and the guy did come back and threw a touchdown on a torn ACL.
He did.
Yeah. So he did his part. Like he gets, I'll say 65%.
He gets credit.
Yeah, he gets credit.
No,
Credit.
he does. I'm just saying, I just don't like how they make it sound
Yeah,
like
but-
he won it. Like
Yeah, but-
it was him on the gridiron. Like we all know what he did
Yeah,
leading
but
up
I
to
get
it.
that too. But it's like he did put a lot more effort, in my opinion, than what Jason Peters did.
For sure. I even feel the same way about him.
Okay, and I'm just saying, like most of those guys who were on IR, I'm like, listen, this guy Carson Wentz, who's the MVP candidate before he got hurt, he led the league in touchdowns. Russell Wilson played 3 more games, only threw 1 more touchdown ahead of him.
Yeah.
So listen,
That was just my only 2 knocks. The fact that people acted like he won that MVP and acting like he actually played in that Super Bowl.
I mean, you know.
But I wish him the best.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts out here already working, grinding,
Yeah.
being a man in the community, a
Yeah.
brother. You know what I mean?
Listen,
That's all. That's all I'm saying. A
Yes,
brother.
be a
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
listen,
For the community.
Yeah, listen, good for him. I hope how he learns from his mistakes, and they actually surround him with
we still
competent talent, and I hopefully he balls out. If not,
we still gonna take quarterback at 6.
Let's hope that doesn't happen. That's really just
I
redundant.
swear, I think
Then
I
what's
would
the
drop
point of
kick
all
my
that?
TV.
no, listen, we draft Justin Fields at 6. I'm like, all right, listen. He's like, Chris, why'd you got Justin Fields Eagles jersey? He just got drafted like 2 minutes ago. I'm like, you don't want to know the lengths of
He
where I
went to
got this-
Ohio State.
Well, we know, yeah, Ohio State. You know,
OH, baby.
we know, IO, we
No,
know.
but listen, here's no, but something actually did pique my interest today, and I actually sent it, during the group chat.
Yeah,
Is Aaron Rodgers actually wants a verbal commitment, wants a commitment from Green Bay saying, "Listen, I'm going to be the quarterback, post 2021 going forward,
Mhm.
and if not, then he's probably going to be like on his way out, and they're going to probably start Jordan Love."
Okay.
So I'm like, hold on, so Aaron Rodgers could be a free agent.
Hey,
I'm like, hold on. Listen, Jalen, you're a good kid. I hope you ball out this year, for our sake, that security. But if Aaron Rodgers is available, then I'm sorry, Randall, you got to run that number 12.
hey, nah, real rap. Like,
I mean,
if it's a possibility, but I mean, I just feel like our organization is just so dysfunctional right now. Like, who
Yeah.
would want to come and be a part of this dysfunction? Like, we have no idea. Like, truly, I mean, now we talk about Jalen Hurts as being like our quarterback, but then like last week, it's like, oh, we can get Deshaun Watson. Like, what? I'm not waiving my no trade clause to come to Philadelphia
Okay.
if I'm Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Deshaun Watson has a lot more issues that we're actually going to, just talk about, soon.
Yeah.
But listen, all I'm saying is this: like, if Aaron Rodgers went out, I could see one destination. He goes home to California, goes play for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, that's not far fetched. I thought it would be the Rams before they went and got Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
But the Niners, that wouldn't be insane.
yeah,
He
him.
can't rock number 12 there either, though. Isn't that Montana? Wasn't Montana
No,
number 12 or he was 16?
Montana was 16. Steve Young was 8.
You're
so
right.
A-Rock
Who
would
was
wear
number
12.
12? I think it was Alex Smith.
No, Alex Smith was 11.
I don't know. See, that's why I'm just here for the vibes today.
what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, I'm just here.
MC?
I'm just here for the vibes today.
Well, listen, all I'm saying is this. Listen,
ACR.
listen,
to Philly.
Listen, Aaron, listen,
Philly
Aaron,
campaign. We're waiting for you. Chris will be here
Chris will
when you
definitely-
land
listen,
with
Aaron-
the jersey and a
listen,
candle.
Aaron Rodgers, if you're sick
Kumbaya.
of Green Bay, you want a
Yeah.
nice Philly cheesesteak,
He's gonna be
some
waiting.
water ice and some pretzels during the first day of spring.
Chris gonna spin
come
his
to Philadelphia,
stimmy.
man.
Chris-
He gonna spin his stimmy on the
I will-
billboard.
Chris will
listen,
be
I will-
on the
I
on the
I will
helipad.
get my license. I will get my license, and I will personally drive you from Green Bay, Wisconsin, to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania myself.
This Philly, bro. You don't
Nah,
need no
he's
license.
not driving. He's definitely get on the plane. So when he goes on the plane, be there with the pretzels, the
Listen,
water ice.
I'll be there with the sign. I'm like, listen,
The
I got
jersey,
I got
the
your combination
candle.
for you, man.
Hold on, question. Speaking of water ice, this is random. So is it water ice or Italian ice? What y'all call it?
Water ice.
Water ice.
All right, yeah, that's a local thing. Because like some people from out of town, they'll call it like Italian ice. But then
Yeah,
like
because they're weird.
right, but then also like they'll call like a hoagie a sub. And I'm just like, wait, nah, I don't know about that.
Well,
sub
Hero
thing.
is New York. Sub, I think that's just.
I thought it was
Is it
gyro.
Hero or Gyro?
I
I
thought
thought it
it
was
was
a Gyro.
No, I think they call it a Hero.
I don't know. That's just
I
weird.
thought it was Euro.
I don't know what it is.
They call
but
it a Hero.
the sub is what is under us. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm good.
I know people call them subs, but I never heard that in Philly. People just say hoagie.
Hoagie, yeah.
Well, listen, to me, it doesn't matter about dysfunction. Listen, in the words of Xanatos from a great cartoon called Gargoyles, pay a man enough, he'll walk barefoot through hell.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, man. Listen,
I almost cursed.
Yeah.
I ain't see that one coming.
listen, man. Listen, all I'm saying is, Aaron Rodgers, if you're sick of Green Bay, come to Philly.
We'll see, man. I mean, I'll take whatever at this point. Cause it's bad. It is what it is. I'll take
Listen,
whatever.
no disrespect to Jalen, man. Listen, you're
Listen,
not
Jalen's
a
gonna
per-
ball out, man. Relax.
I think he'll be great.
Yeah,
Jalen's gonna ball. He's gonna be the black quarterback that you love, and then we're
Yup.
all gonna just have a
And I'm gonna just be happy.
drink our tea
yeah, but then
and
I'm,
hot chocolate.
I'm just gonna be looking at Green Bay. I'm like, all right, listen, all right, they made the playoffs.
ACR,
They
ACR.
disappoint me again. Listen, come to Philly so
Oh
that
my
way you can be on
God.
my team and you can disappoint me at the same time.
Nah, I'm good, bro. If we get Aaron Rodgers, we gotta win something.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, needs another ring too.
Yeah,
Cause he's great, but
yeah, no, I agree.
that
with you.
that 1-4 record
Well,
in
after
NFC
the
Championship
last game,
games.
he just had the last, the when he lost. That
Yeah.
was kinda like,
Yeah, listen. He can come here. He can win us one.
All right,
Almost. Listen,
we'll see what happens.
yeah, we'll definitely see what happens.
We'll see. Let's not feed into Chris's,
Right, his fantasy.
his fantasy yet.
Right, he's just so
It's
excited.
okay, Christopher. It's okay. If
Hey,
he
listen.
comes,
Hey,
A man can dream.
we will
Yeah,
throw
listen,
an ACR party.
You dreamed about James Harden coming to Philly. It
I
never
sure
happened.
did.
I will dream about Aaron Rodgers coming to Philly as a
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagle
Yep.
until that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Shoot.
no, it's okay.
Shoot, every year I still hope Klay Thompson gets traded here.
Yeah,
That
That would be amazing. I would be like running in
it's
the
like
streets.
the perfect fit.
I would
for us.
street.
It is perfect. But anyway,
And Doc system too.
so we got, so it is 5:37. So today we're going to be, talking about, NFL free agency winners and losers. So Mark Carm, they're going to, have their teams, and I'm going to give them a grade for their free agency so far. So who would like to go first?
Me.
Okay, Carm.
Who you got?
I said the Chargers.
Chargers, I would give them a B. I think their biggest all-season signing was definitely getting Corey Lindsey from the Green Bay Packers because you're going to need an offensive line to protect Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert had a really solid rookie year as a quarterback. He definitely shown that he definitely has, top 10 quarterback potential. He broke the rookie record for touchdowns thrown. So improving that offensive line is definitely key. I think they're going to do more of that, during the draft. The one signing that kind of, brings their grade down was exchanging Hunter Henry for Jared Cook. Jared Cook has inconsistency issues, especially during that playoff.
He's
game.
not a bum though. Jared Cook's not a bum.
He's not I'm not saying he's bum. I'm just saying he's inconsistent because when you watch that game against the Saints and the Packers, Saints and Buccaneers, he fumbled the football, dropped a few passes. So, losing Hunter Henry in exchange for a veteran like Jared Cook, I feel like that was a downgrade. But I like the Lindsey signing. I like what they're doing with Justin Herbert, and I feel like during the draft they're going to continue to, build on that.
All right. What about the Browns? Because we know you love the Browns.
Oh, Browns.
The Browns. The Browns. The Browns.
Browns. I would give them Browns. I'll give them a B plus.
Okay.
I think the biggest issue was definitely on the defensive side of the ball. They definitely beefed up their defensive line, to help Myles Garrett. Malik Jackson's really good run stuff for Takk McKinley from Atlanta. So Myles Garrett's still going to be getting,
He's
those
tough.
so he's still going to be getting those double teams. But
He's huge.
Yeah, so
Huge guy.
so that opens up, the opportunities for Malik
Yes.
Jackson, Takk McKinley, and their secondary is definitely improved. Denzel Ward and Greedy Williams.
When I seen this video, I'm sorry. I know you got the full.
Oh my goodness.
When I seen his videos of
Was it
him
when he was working out?
with his shirt off,
Oh.
working out and doing all those drills and all, I was like, he is so strong. He just looks so like hot, like a Hulk, like husky, like no neck kind of vibe, like so brolic. I was like, wow.
Brolic.
But I was just
Sweep me
shocked
off my
because
feet, Superman.
because in his uniform,
exactly how you
he
sound
doesn't
right
look
now.
that beefy. And then when he had his shirt, I was like, dang. I was like, okay, Myles Garrett. That the headband kind of threw me off. The headband he wears.
Right.
And then when you seen him in the drills and just like the
That's a-
chunkiness of him, he's like,
Beefy,
you slap
chunky,
him. Like, whoa, Myles Garrett. Okay.
beefy, chunky. You want to finish it off by just saying cake?
I mean, I was not talking about his behind, Christopher, but if we want to talk about it, we can. I'm just saying, if you here's the thing, sometimes guys with big upper bodies like that don't really got no butt. But with him, he got decent little joint back there. Just saying.
That was like the highlight of your day when you
mean,
seen that video.
I was shocked because I didn't think he was that beefy.
that
I
little
was
the
like,
glimmer you got in your eye.
I was
right
like,
now
I was
is
like,
just-
huh?
it's-
Like, huh? Myles Garrett.
I gotta watch my Browns games now.
Like what? So yeah, copy that. Copy on the Browns.
That's crazy. You probably like white women though.
I mean, that's gonna be 95% probability that he does.
Of the league.
Because the whole entire league is every kid you see in the NBA coming up, any kid you see who'd be NFL, they're black and white.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Pretty much.
And guess what?
Like-
Their dads are black.
Yeah.
The moms.
Yes. Like,
It's never like white dad, black mom. It's always black dad, white mom.
yep.
or black mom, black dad.
Yeah, no,
Power
it's
to the
like
people.
it's yeah.
Damn right.
Like Gary Payton Jr. You see how light bright he is?
Yeah.
Like even Scottie Pippen Jr.
And he's
they-
like Arabic and black. So
right, they super light bright.
yeah.
We got a DNA test for Scottie Pippen Jr.
Hey, chill.
Them kids look like him. Don't play.
It could be futures though. You just
Stop,
it
stop
could
it.
be.
Don't play Larsa, dog. She know where her kids is from. Scotty.
You never know.
Larsa be getting a vamp.
Hold on, real quick. I know we in the middle of the NFL segment, but Carm, before you walked in, Chris and I were talking about the fraud, Derek Jackson. What's your take on that?
First of
as-
all,
as a
I don't know.
woman?
I don't even know who that man is. But
You
when
know
I
who he is.
seen that interview and she had that bonnet on, I
Yeah.
was like, honey pie, girl, it's okay, hun. Just the hand holding. Like, get off of my
You can
hand.
tell that's an
Like,
abusive relationship.
you can sit on your side of the couch and I will be in the other room.
I'm just saying those side eyes were like hard.
Listen to me.
for
Somebody
show.
said, I'm not going to say the word because we can't, but I read one of the comments and I died. It was like, sir, if you don't let go of her hand and go straight to hell, I was dying.
He full of crap.
He's just the whole explanation and the way he just went like, yeah, we're not talking about just dates and hangouts. We're talking about sexual intercourse, relations.
Like this man was teaching relationship 101.
He
like,
was.
And then he said, me and my wife have been through things and now we're in a better place. And this was the past. What? What are you saying? That's like reliving the environment. You want me sitting here as you reveal to the entire world that you had sex with multiple women in our marriage. Why do I need to be here for this? You can have your own little crying video
Yeah.
to the camera. Why am I here?
You could do this in your car like you always been.
Yeah,
doing.
right. That's like real narcissist behavior, though.
Like, why would you?
Everything
I feel
he
like
did.
for me, I don't know her situation, and you can't judge from the outside looking in. But
Yeah.
for me as a woman, I don't know if I could be with someone after all that. I never say never, but I don't think I could do it. But in her shoes, I would never sit there with him as he's revealing to the world his indiscretions and listing them. And I'm like, you can
And
talk about that in your own time. You want to save face in the public for your image?
And she
you
wasn't
go ahead.
even ready. He had her out here like just not prepared.
She was in
like
a
you can tell
bind.
she's a beautiful girl, but like, yo, let her at
She
least
probably just woke up. He was
right. Like, you know what I mean?
So you're trying. I think he tried to. For me, you don't even care how your wife looks. Like you would say, "Hey, babe, why don't you get dressed for the? I'm gonna do the, the podcast, whatever,
Yeah.
to talk about our situation. Like, let's get ready. Let's look good."
Mhm.
No, you just don't even care. Have any kind of nothing for her. You just like not saying it's on him because she's a grown woman, but obviously she's uncomfortable. She looks like she don't want to be there or do
Mhm.
it. Why would you even want her there? Why can't you just own up as a man what you did instead of like trying to like kind of lean on her? Like she's okay with this. She's okay with it. We're
Right.
together. We're together. No, own up to what you did. Be a grown man and leave her out of it. Me and you got our private lives now. You've already embarrassed me in public enough. Now you
Yes.
want to have me on the couch with my bonnet on and you looking ashy and crusty yourself. Like,
Nah, he looked like he was prepared.
no, he didn't. I thought he looked kind of crusty.
Oh, I thought he looked prepared.
personally. Maybe that's
My-
just his look.
My whole thing is like, if you want to be out here like preaching like relationship advice and all this, and
Who
the
is
third,
he? What
he's
does he
just-
do?
So his claim to fame is basically like, in my opinion, I've seen like when he first like started, but like it was all about relationship advice and this, that, and the third. But like it started like becoming like men bashing, like, and it's like, bro, you're a man. Like, what is you doing up here?
Oh, so
like,
he's like really hard on men about things that
like
they do.
yes, and it was kind of like
saying pretty much was like, if a man doesn't do this in a relationship, he truly doesn't love you.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it was kind of not. I'd
That
say
makes it even more.
that's what makes
slap
it
in the
even
face.
worse, because it's like, bro, you're talking about men doing this, men doing that, men doing that, and then you out here frauding the whole time.
Right.
So I knew Bull was a fraud like from rip. He just, as soon as I heard him like bashing men like this was an episode on Lifetime, that's when I was like, nah, yo, I know something's up.
You're
Like some sort of Tyler Perry
overcompensating.
movie.
You're trying to put the spotlight on men in general, but really you're the one doing dirt.
Crazy.
Listen, this is why I only trust one person in the history of me watching YouTube videos. I only trust one person who do their videos in the car.
Who?
And I think,
Plies.
Oh, I trust Plies. Shoot, Plies make more sense.
all right, two.
All right. I don't
Yo,
know.
I be wanting to hear Plies. What Plies got to say?
Right.
He got a new teeth. Go ahead, Plies.
He do be hype with
Go
them new
ahead
teeth.
With the teeth. He got the girl. I love when they get rid of those dumb grills and get their smiles. Get this. I love a nice
they still
smile.
dentures though. I don't think
care.
his real teeth.
But that's half of America. Half of America got dentures. At some point, you might get dentures yourself, Mark.
I might have to.
Yeah.
I
Once
stopped
again-
wearing my braces.
And
I
once
mean,
again, you listen to
I'll retain
98.5 WJYN, Burning Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture, 6 o'clock. We're going to be having our interview with Georgia Smith, who is the daughter of the late British Bulldog. So, I know we got sidetracked from the NFL, so let's dive right into this topic. Deshaun Watson has definitely been in the news for now.
of course he has.
Yeah,
been.
so it's up to 24 women who have filed complaints on Deshaun Watson for inappropriate behavior.
Jeez.
So my rule of thumb is that when you have
24.
yeah, it was
My
14
God.
and I believe like 9 or 10 more.
Where are
stepped
these
up.
women coming from?
Yeah, my thing is that if it's this amount of women, then either this is the biggest assassination character job ever, or there's something really wrong with Deshaun Watson.
Right.
And more so, given like given the circumstances, it's not. I can't believe Deshaun Watson at this point. Like,
You can't believe that he is innocent.
it's too many women for me to believe. If it's for me to give the benefit of the doubt.
I know in earlier reports, some of the women all had connections to the Houston Texan organization initially. I'm not sure of the other women after in the latter, but it's obviously concerning if these allegations are true, because any kind of forcible, oral, any kind of forcible sex, assault, anything like that is wrong. You shouldn't do it, clearly. But for me, I think it's the timing of it is kind of crazy.
It is.
Deshaun speaks out and he's making it kind of known he does not want to continue with the Texans. And now all of a sudden he's had a great image and people have really spoken up on Deshaun's character and in his time in Houston. And now all of a sudden all these allegations come up as soon as he speaks up and says he doesn't want to be there. But the Texans have a history of kind of not liking people who are outspoken. Perfect example. Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Mhm.
He spoke out, and then what happened? He was like, he's the man. Like there's no reason to trade him, and they traded him to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So, what is the connection between speaking out and being traded or having an issue with the Texans? Because I just think the timing is crazy. And if some women have connections with the Houston organization, then maybe some are true, some cases are true, but the rest might be kind of just fluffed up. But if any are true, it is wrong and he should be handled accordingly.
Yeah.
But I think that it's kind of like a bandwagon. Like, oh, we got two allegations that are really true. Let's just trump up. I don't know. It's sad, but I can't say I'm never gonna say don't believe women in outcries, because there's never gonna be receipts. It's never like for sexual assault and things like that. It's never gonna be, oh, where's the text messages? Where was the communication that we were supposed to meet up? Where was this? Where was that? People always on receipts in terms of when things happen between men and women.
And even still, then you're not going to believe them because, well,
Right.
you can't be able to do this.
Right. And then he's him, you're you. He has
Right.
money, you do not, or you're not as famous as him or whatever it is. So that already kills your
Credibility.
Mhm.
credibility. So I think it's wrong. If this is all true, then he definitely has serious issues, and he should be handled accordingly in all the ways that the law accounts for, if that's the case.
The only thing about it, like, the timing definitely sucks, and I agree with Chris. Like, if 24 women came out saying that something like this happened, all right, yo, not all 24 of them are lying. Like, all right, so he either has a problem or something's really up. The timing's trash. Like, the bull Chad Wheeler he basically beat his woman up to death, and he got
And no one talked about it.
coverage.
All right. We got a phone call. 98.5 WJYM Running Back Sports Show. Hello? All right.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was your pop in my head. I was like, hit my theme music.
No, I got the caller ID right here.
You
That's the only
do.
thing I like about this new phone. We got caller ID. But anyway,
We made it.
yeah, so.
But here's the thing about the NFL, right? So say something happens, right? And this is all true, that he, whatever, the 24 women. So he'll get released from the Texans, right? Okay, he'll lose some money, blah, 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 blah. Give it a year, maybe, because he's a good player. He'll be back. He will be back. If he was a mediocre player, he ain't coming back. He'll be right back in the NFL. As long as you're a good player, you will get another opportunity in the NFL.
When things die down.
Yeah, like we've seen it with Kareem Hunt. We've seen it with the dude Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
There's so many other players. Like, I feel like Ray Rice, unfortunately, because his was on video and it was just so gruesome.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
And not
yeah,
to mention, like, he was already an aging running back. So it's like.
right. So he was clipped, but
Oh, the one that he beat her up in the parking lot?
yeah,
In
like
the parking
in the
garage?
elevator.
It
In the
dragged her
elevator.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
like-
was horrible.
Yeah,
that
like
was
that
disgusting.
was bad. But I mean, sadly, for the most part, the NFL, like, they'll bring you back. Like, what's the dude from the Phillies right now? Is it Odubel Herrera?
Odubel Herrera, yes.
Yeah, like he was wilding. And is he still with the Phillies, or did they finally
No,
cut him?
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, he's actually might be the starting center fielder at opening day for the Phillies.
Yeah.
He was saying, "Oh, we got counseling. We went through a rough patch in our relationship. You had hand marks around her neck. That's not just a disagreement." And
Nah.
and I'm going to tell everyone does not know or does not realize when it comes to domestic violence, domestic abuse, whatever it is, it's never just a one incident. It's always a buildup. It's always things have happened before.
Yeah.
It's never just, this is one isolated incident of argument. I just got roughed with her. It's
It's
always
a domino effect.
Yeah. It's always, this is not the first time.
Yeah.
So with that Ray Rice, that's probably something that happened every other day. With
Facts.
the bull from the Phillies, that ain't the first time.
Yeah. My only thing is I would rather them be consistent. Like if you're gonna lay the hammer down on Ray Rice, then do it across the board. Like people are getting second opportunities, which I understand, but like you gotta show consistency. Like just because you're a great talent doesn't mean like, look, we'll sweep this under the rug. Come on, we need you.
Yeah, but the thing is that the NFL has never been a consistent moral compass when it comes to all of that. In the end, it just shows that if you're talented enough, if you can sell tickets, if you can win football games, you're always going to have a place here.
Pretty much.
If you're an average talent, then you're not worth the distraction.
But at the same time, NFL players are also disposable.
Yeah.
It's like if you're not working, you're not fitting the mix, you're not fitting the mold, then it's next man up. Who's
Colin
next?
Kaepernick,
Right. They just like they make money off their teams. Like the Cowboys as a team, the Eagles as a team. Like yes, we have star players, but they make money off the teams. And also too, in the MLB, their protocol when it comes to things like that, it's not even on the team. They got to pass it up to the commissioner of the MLB, and they decide what they think is the proper punishment for that player. And the team can just be like hands off. Oh well, we passed it up to the commissioner, so it's up to them. What happens? That's what happened with the boy from the Phillies, the guy from the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
So they're past the buck. Oh, we as an organization aren't gonna have. We can't put the hammer down because it's up to the MLB commissioner.
Which is cowardly.
Right. So. What is your standard as a team? What is your culture as a ball club? Why is it being passed? It's just kind of a scapegoat. Okay, well, we can, so they will. And whatever they do, that's what we're going to go with. And it's like, no, if he's charged with abuse, whatever, then he should have serious consequences, not just, oh, you're going to be on the wait list and just hang around. And then now this season you're starting.
The NFL exempt list, like Reuben Foster,
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt, Tariq Hill.
I just think at the end of the day, like domestic violence is not okay.
And
like,
it's all about money.
It's not okay. It doesn't matter like
It's never okay.
any direction it's
It's
coming
never
from.
okay.
Like it's just not
Whether
it,
you're a
Chief.
millionaire or whether you're sitting in the corner on Broad Street, chilling, with no job.
Right.
It's never okay. But whoever has the most money gets the most leeway and doesn't get the equal consequences.
Yeah.
Listen, nothing's gonna fundamentally change about that unless you really start cracking down on it. All right, listen. If you do that, you're banned from the league.
Yeah, that will make people think twice.
Yeah, listen. If that's the case, I'm like, listen, you're gonna see those domestic violence cases clear up fast.
Yep.
They're just not going to be reported. They'll probably be bought out or whatever.
But still, like, make that the rule that if you get charged with domestic violence, you are out of the league. There's no exceptions. There's no court. There's no trial. It's just you're done.
Yeah.
And I understand this is one mistake or whatever, but you guys are, like we talked about, you're public figures. You're getting paid millions of dollars to be public figures to play a sport, and they make money off advertising, whatever. You need to be held at a higher standard.
Because they're under no circumstance the NFL should be cracking down harder on people who smoke weed than they actually do domestic violence.
And that's facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's America in a nutshell.
Yeah.
The NFL really is America.
Yeah.
My bad. I was just thinking about it, but it really
No, it
is.
is. No, it is.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern day. Never mind. I ain't even gonna start with that. Ah.
Listen, you know me. I don't care if you do. Just support your clan. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
I just say it's modern day slavery. Like, do we have any black NFL owners?
In the NFL, I think that can be
We got a
said
few
more.
minority orders.
Okay, not a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
Because it's not a
contract's not
players' league.
guaranteed.
It's not a players' league.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
NBA is more obviously.
there are too many cogs in that machine for it to be a players' league.
Of course.
I mean, you already saw what happened, a few years ago with Colin Kaepernick tried to make the NFL, try to take a stance for social justice, and then Malcolm Jenkins and the NFLPA pretty much had their own deal in place.
Right.
So there's already dissension. So it's not like they're going to be They're not going to be like locking arms together like the NFL, like the NBA, like
Yeah.
Chris Paul, LeBron James. Pretty much how they got Donald Sterling out.
Yeah. I mean, he did say some drawling stuff.
Yeah, he did, but it needed to be done. But it's like you're never going to see nothing like that from the NFL because you got to remember the owner from the Houston Texans. He was like, you can't have the inmates running the prison. Nothing happened.
Right.
Yeah.
He did say that.
I mean, the only thing that happened is the fact that he wasn't the owner anymore because he died. But
Jeez.
his family still owns the team.
Yeah. That is a tough one.
It's just the good old boy mentality.
Yeah.
Good old boy. Like, okay, well, it works for us. We're making money. So who cares if the public thinks we do what we want?
Oh yeah, speaking of owners, shout out to Mark Cuban for helping Delonte West get his life together, but back on track. Man.
That was major. That is definitely major. I definitely noticed though on Twitter they used like an old picture from like the BET 2011 awards. So I'm like, dang, he got younger.
Yeah.
No, that's good that he's back on his feet, and you know that people are actually out there supporting him and helping him because you know drug addiction is difficult. I the other day I was coming back from of course the wine and spirits, getting a little wine, you know, and there was like this dude. He was looking like a zombie, like in front of Target, like just crawling. And it was kind of freaky to see. Like drug addiction is everywhere.
Where were you at? Near your house?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's nothing. Listen, go to
I
Kensington.
I know, but usually it's up Kensington where you see it. You don't see it in Roxborough.
Oh
Like,
man,
I don't be there.
Listen, it's seeping through the whole city. It's not just in Kensington, Allegheny anymore.
That's
y'all
true.
remember a few years ago the Kinston Strangler?
Nah, bro. I don't know about that.
That's horrible. Yeah,
what happened with that?
You don't remember the Kinston Strangler?
Nah, bro. I don't watch the news.
No, there was just somebody just went around the Kensington area just strangling people.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that
they
was
caught him,
horrible.
but it's like
No, they did catch him,
Yeah.
but still, that's horrible. He killed a lot of young women, troubled, people down in Kensington. Mostly women. I think it was all women he killed.
Yeah.
He didn't kill any guys,
Dang.
and it's just horrible.
That sounds like a Netflix documentary
No, it's
somewhere.
it's horrible. It's
Yeah.
sad.
That's not it though, at all.
this ain't it, Chief.
Ain't it at all, Chief? So I didn't really watch March Madness. I'm not going to front with y'all.
I did. I watched some games, and they've so many upset. Oral Roberts
Yeah.
knocking off Ohio,
They still
knocking
Florida.
off
And Florida.
and Florida.
There's-
And then UCLA knocking off who do they play? I just watched it.
I just was
Not
betting.
Baylor. It was
Was it a Pac-12 team?
UCLA versus
Well, the Sweet 16 bracket is up now.
There was like a team that's like had a higher seed than them.
That's that really narrows it down.
UCLA and just their last game they played. They only played. I think they only played one round so far.
I don't remember. None of the teams I really. It was just weird not having like Duke
Gonzaga, no.
and Kentucky in it.
Uh,
Like the typical like good teams.
Yeah, well, I think that kind of
you can't find it.
Well, no. Let's see.
You ain't got the bracket, bruh. It's the internet.
Yeah, dude, I got it here.
Oh, my
man.
bad,
Relax.
my bad. I don't want no trouble.
I mean, you got ESPN on your phone too.
Chill.
That-
All right, and now we have our 6:00 interview with Miss Georgia Smith. Hello, 98.5 Uptown Radio.
Oh, hi, it's Georgia Smith calling.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Just want to let you know, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to interview with us.
Oh, no worries. It's the reception is a bit coming in and out, but I heard that part. But yes, yeah, no problem.
Okay, and just wanted to let you know, me and Mark are huge wrestling fans. We're very excited for WrestleMania. So we're actually, the fact that we get to interview you is a real honor.
Yeah, did you say you're excited about WrestleMania?
Yes.
Yeah, it should be really good. I'm really excited for it. 2-day event here in Tampa, Florida, where my brother Harry and I reside, and it's just going to be a really exciting weekend. And Hall of Fame before that, representing my dad and celebrating him. It's going to be really cool. It's surreal.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit more about British Bulldog Companies?
I run my dad's the British Bulldog brand. So as you can see on his social media, I run all of that. His Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. He has a YouTube page as well. All of his merchandise deals, business deals, I handle as well. I oversee that. Any upcoming projects, I do that. Any apparel, merchandise. Yeah, I think it's the merchandise before. But yeah, it's pretty much just all Davey stuff. And I got really involved in it during the heat of COVID when just, trying to figure out what to do to fill my time and fulfill, get some positivity. So I kind of just, tumbleweeded into that, and it's become successful, and I'm really happy for that because my dad deserves all the credit and recognition in the world, and what better person to do it than me? So I'm really happy.
So being the fact that you grew up in a wrestling household, also your brother wrestled, so why didn't you also pursue a career in wrestling?
Sorry, say that again?
So growing up in a household of wrestlers, so why didn't you also pursue a career in wrestling?
Why did I follow into wrestling? It just never really clicked with me. Just never really had that passion as, for instance, my brother has, and he's, 6'5", 250, 260. He was pretty much made to be a wrestler, whereas I'm not. Harry had his wrestling action figures. I had my Barbie dolls, and just back when I was growing up in the early 2000s, wrestling was different then. You didn't have the Bianca Belairs, you didn't have the Charlotte Flairs, the Natties, athletes. It was more kind of the attitude, the aggression era, the bra and panty stuff. And I think my dad just didn't really want me to get into that, which I don't blame him, because I wouldn't want my daughter to get into that. But maybe if I had those influences I named before, maybe I would have taken more of an interest in it. But it just never really clicked. So, but I really respect the sport, and it takes a lot for a person to do that. And you're always constantly on your feet or thinking. It's a lot, and I tip my hat to anybody who gets involved with it, because it's not easy. So yeah.
Hey, Georgia, Mark here. I have a question. What was that moment like when you guys finally received that call, hearing that your dad was going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yeah. So my brother he was actually the one that got the news for it, and it was really cool. I actually didn't believe him. It took me a few times to actually click.
Definitely long overdue.
We had to wait to do the announcement until Harry was on the Corey Graves podcast. So I found out about it. He had informed me Valentine's Day of 2020, and then we had to be quiet about it until March 12th. And so it was like a whole month I couldn't say anything, and I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to, I had lots of people on social media being like, congratulations, what's going on? And I think Dave Meltzer posted something, but I couldn't say anything. I didn't want to jeopardize anything. So that having to keep my mouth shut about it, not only having to tell my mom and my cousins, that was very hard, because I wanted to shout out to the world that my dad was in the Hall of Fame, but I couldn't. And then the day he was announced was the day the world shut down. So it was just that was hard. But now fast forward to now, we see everything that's happened with my dad from then till now, and it's just more anticipation. I think everybody's just so excited for it.
So what was that most memorable moment that you've had with your father? Hello, Georgia? Hello?
We might have lost her.
Oh, snap. Oh my goodness.
Well, we'll call her back. Get her back on the line if you can.
Yeah.
What was you about to say, Carmen?
No, you said you guys are wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan too. I mean, I used to love wrestling. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, China, Eddie Guerrero.
Classics right there.
Right. We got her back. Hello?
Hi, sorry about that.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, not sure. The
Okay.
reception keeps coming in and out, so I apologize. Sorry, so you were asking me the moment of my dad, just as him as a father or him in wrestling?
Let's say both.
Both. Okay. Well, probably in wrestling, the most memorable moment I have for him is, just probably the cliche answer, but it'd be Wembley Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Him winning the Intercontinental Championship in 1992 in England, Wembley Stadium, his home country, seeing that. And I was actually there in person with my brother and my dad's family. And that was really cool. And the earliest wrestling memory along with WrestleMania 7. And
We keep losing her. Oh my god, we keep losing.
Georgia, sorry, but I know the reception's probably horrible. We're bearing with you. Bear with us, people. We're sorry. But I was just gonna ask her about that. The '92 SummerSlam when he won that big match with Bret Hart and how that was legendary. I want to ask her, is Bret Hart still an in-law? That's what I want to know.
The Hart Foundation.
Yeah.
It was good times. the young boy days
Yeah.
when it was fun.
Yeah, Mom, I'm gonna try to do everything in my power to make sure that we can get her back on.
Fantastic.
But in the meantime, you're still listening to 98.5 WJYN Running Back Sports for the culture, and yeah. So
You excited for WrestleMania?
I am actually.
So I was thinking about it earlier. So last year when they had the 2-night event, we were legit on lockdown. Now we're not quite as on lockdown.
Yeah.
I don't see myself watching the Saturday event. I'll probably see the Sunday event because I'm usually in the house on Sundays, but I don't see myself
But Mark's
watching.
pumping. He's not gonna stay home and watch WrestleMania.
You good? Like don't
It's
do
just
me
matter-
like
Mark's
that.
pumping. He can't stay in and watch WrestleMania because he's not 12 and he's grown with plans and he has to
No,
be out
I'm-
on these
I-
streets
listen.
mobbing.
Listen, I still
Mobbing?
I watch wrestling on a regular.
No, I
was
used to
watching it
love
last night.
wrestling. I used to love wrestling. The Rock was my baby. Like that was my heart. And
Speaking of Rock, have you guys
Jeff Hardy,
have you guys
Matt
checked
Hardy?
out that new show, Young Rock?
I've seen a couple.
I've
episodes.
seen a commercial for it. The
I've
Rock
seen
is. Let's just talk about The Rock. The Rock is amazing.
He money.
He's like the most paid. He's the most paid actor in Hollywood.
Yeah, for like the
He's
past like
just-
2 or 3
and
years.
Just his aura, his personality, as like his social media presence. You just feel like The Rock is genuine. You think that like
Yeah.
you're like The Rock. I can relate to him. Rock is cool. You don't think? I don't feel like it's fake. I feel like it's genuine. He is.
I
That is who
agree.
he is. When he eats those crazy cheap meals, I'm like yo, The Rock, you're crazy. Like them big behind French toasts and those
Yeah.
crazy like things of sushi or whatever he eats when his cheap meals because he's so cut up. Like for his
Yeah.
wife, I mean, girl, like that man is cut to the cut.
Oh
Like
my
I don't even
gosh.
understand how. I mean, I get it. I
You,
know-
you
I
and these cut up
understand.
men today.
I'm just saying, Rock is cut.
Relax.
His legs are like jacked, jacked. I'm just saying.
Relax.
But the Rock
Control
has
yourself.
such a beautiful smile. I used to love like Rock was my baby. I used to hate Stone Cold to the office and he used to fight with the Rock. I loved Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Eddie Guerrero was my boo.
I think one of the things is that like everybody in the Jungle Gym was like, "Yo, I want to be Jeff. You can be Matt." No, I don't want to be
Nah, I'm
Matt.
not being mad.
Nobody wants to be Matt, but Matt's cool.
I'm
He was
like, yo,
alright.
you
Jeff
got
was cool. Jeff
like,
was
yo, you got me
cooler.
messed
He's
up.
just
I'm not trying to
crazy,
be Matt.
right? Like when you played the video game, nobody wanted to be Christian. Everybody wanted to be Edge.
Oh my god, I love them. But Christian's so cute. Chris Jericho used to be so hot.
That's my guy.
Oh, Chris Jericho.
Definitely
And then
my
Triple H, I used to be baby. Him and Stephanie McMahon.
That was my
I used
dog.
to love them together.
Yeah,
And then Undertaker, Kane.
yeah. That's when they used to be popping.
Right. I used to love wrestling at that time.
Now with like the internet and everything, like they expose everything. Like one of the best things I love about wrestling was like the unknown, like not knowing. But the internet spoils everything, so it's like not even exciting anymore.
So is wrestling fake?
Yeah. All right. So don't
The
they don't
bleeding
they
is
don't
the
like
bleeding fake?
they don't like when you say that F word. That really messes them up. So it's the best way I can describe it, and this is how I describe it to people. It's Broadway. Like they know what they're gonna do. They have to practice the way they fall on the mat and everything. The storylines, all that, yes, like it's all there. But like as far as like what they do every single night, like nah, that still hurts. Like they already know the outcome and everything. Everything is it's a story. But does it hurt? Yeah, it hurts. So they be real. There was actually an episode on like the Young Rock where somebody said like it was fake, and then like the Rock like punched the kid out because like yeah, we out, bruh. Oh, okay. But yeah, no, it's not fake though. Only because like before the pandemic they were doing it 265 nights out of the year. So that definitely is going to take a toll on the body. Like
so
they
the
still
bleeding is real when they cut their faces and they're dripping
Yeah.
blood. That's real. They really are bleeding, or is fake.
no, that's real.
So they're really bleeding.
They'll
They really got a gash on their
little,
head and
like
they're
quick
bleeding.
bleed, a little like bleed right there. Yeah.
So it's fake. It's not like a real.
like nobody really punched.
but that's what I'm
them.
saying. So it's fake. So that's fake.
No, but
It is fake.
It still hurts.
They didn't get the injury from being
Hey,
punched.
Georgia, sorry about the technical difficulties.
Oh, trust me, I worked in radio, so I know all about it. No worries.
Yes. So you were talking about on Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, I was just saying the most memorable moment for my dad was at Wembley Stadium. My brother and I got to see live and him winning the Intercontinental Championship. That was really cool. In my dad's home in England, and I'm selling out Wembley Stadium, and it was really cool because Michael Jackson actually performed there previously, like not too long before that. Freddie Mercury, and Madonna. dad and my uncle Brett, they outsold all of them. So that's, you can't really say, nobody can really say that. That was really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Georgia. So Bret Hart, Carmen here. Bret Hart is still is still a family member. He's still. I know he's your dad's in-law.
Yes, sorry, did you say Brett was my dad's in-law?
Yeah, that correct. I just want to make sure I got it right.
Oh, yes, you're correct. Yeah, so Brett is my mom's brother. It's her older brother.
Oh, okay, cool. So he is like in the blood family. I'm thinking he was like a husband of. You know what I mean? Like a.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so my mom is part of the Hurt family, and she's the 11th of 12. And Brett, I think, just Bruce Keith might be out Georgia. Brett's the 8th out of the 12.
Wow, that's a big family.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
it's very big. I've got about 40 first cousins on my
Wha-
mom's side.
wow. 41st cousins? That's insane. Christmas and like Thanksgiving for your grandparents must have been like wild. Like, how can they get all those kids gifts?
Oh, yeah. It was pretty fun, the family event. I definitely miss my grandfather's house in Canada.
Aw.
So, reunite at, and, we have the wrestling ring in the backyard, or we have the dungeon in the basement that we'd all play in. And yeah, it was all that we pretty much knew, for the most part. My cousins, they're like my first and only best friends.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely. I definitely understand that dynamic. And then one more thing, just to kind of piggyback off that. So I saw that you, just tell me if I'm wrong, that you got your degree in broadcasting and radio?
Oh, yeah. So in 2011, I went to school for broadcasting, and I interned at Fox and NBC, and I did some other internships as well. I was working at iHeartRadio until this whole COVID thing happened.
Yeah.
And then,
So what is your dreams for that? Where do you see yourself? Because I know obviously you said you didn't get into wrestling. That wasn't your thing, which I get. But so obviously wrestling is some kind of, it's theatrics. You kind of have to be an actor in a way. It's kind of like that. You like to be, in front of people. And I feel like that's the same thing with broadcasting. Even if, I don't know if I'm going to do TV, radio, but what are your aspirations for that?
Well, I think, doing all this work for my dad, I've definitely gotten some really good business skills and learned a lot of social media and marketing. And, I definitely have because I care and love my dad. So I would like to keep pursuing that and doing projects and, branching out into other things with it. So, yeah, that's the next chapter for me. Is going to be very interesting.
Wow. That's and it's really cool that you get to do that with your dad's memory, like at the forefront, like everything you're working towards has your dad kind of in it. I think that's really special. You know what I mean? Since, he's been gone, but you still have him kind of in your forefront.
It's been quite a journey actually, because, my dad, he's been gone for nearly 20 years, and there's no new content of him. There's no new, any new footage, nothing of his. So to the fact that his name and everything is becoming so popular again, nearly 20 years later, it's really, I'm really happy to see that. Sorry, this airplane going over my head, so it's such a car crash.
You're fine. You're fine.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that, and if I've helped in any way, boosted my dad's brand, or have helped him get in the Hall of Fame, or helped him with doing this, I feel like my job's been done, and that's all I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Georgia, so I want to talk more about your brother. So a few years ago on Raw, when he won the Raw Tag Team titles with Tyson Kidd. So what was your reaction when you finally saw your brother not only compete in the actual WWE Dream, but him also winning a tag team title?
Wow, that was really cool. It was definitely, not to put pressure on my brother, but, we all expected him to follow his dream and follow the wrestling and be successful at it. And, he kind of did his own thing in WWE. He was a single person for a bit, and I think he was finding his voice, and they were finding his character, and they changed his name, and a lot was going on. And the right thing to do was to pair him with TJ, who was, his best friend, and they grew up together, and they complement each other and work so well together. And they put them together, and they just were technical gold. And to see them winning that, it was so cool, so grateful, because unfortunately TJ and his recent, his accident that he had back in 2015, I believe it was, when he hurt his neck. He can't wrestle anymore. So I'm just glad that they had that moment, those moments together, and they won that. And I can't wait to see what happens with Harry next. TJ, he's doing great with being a producer with WWE, and he's found confidence and found himself in that position, and he really loves it. So I can't wait to see what Harry does, where he goes and what his next move is. But I don't think we've seen the last of Harry, winning titles.
Georgia, Mark here again. I know you're excited about your father being inducted to the Hall of Fame. Is there anything else you're excited for WrestleMania weekend?
Oh boy. Well, I'm definitely excited. The number one thing is my dad's Hall of Fame induction. And I'm just, as I mentioned before, I'm very happy that it's in Tampa. So Raymond James Stadium is about 15 minutes from my house. So
Nice.
I don't need to do a whole lot. I can just, go boom, boom, A to B, back and forth.
Nice.
And I don't have to go on a plane. I don't have to do that. I'm so excited for my mom to come here and for us to be together. And I'm really excited. I'm getting a Hall of Fame ring along with my mom and my brother.
Nice.
I'm going to give one to my dad's dad and my granddad in England. So that's going to be pretty cool to have that. And I wasn't expecting that. Just attending the event and seeing how WWE, they do such a good job making things happen and putting together such an amazing show. And I think they probably took some notes from the Super Bowl as to how to make it, because they're not going to have a full capacity audience. And I'm just happy because last year they were at the Performance Center, which had no audience, and it's like a studio, and there's not a lot going on. So this is supposed to be, this is WWE's first event with, an audience of this size back. So to be a part of that in person, that's going to be pretty cool.
Good times.
So, Georgia, watching WWE, who do you feel like is the best wrestler in the world in your opinion?
Best wrestler in the world is WWE right now?
Yes.
That's a very good question. Man. That is a very good question.
No pressure if you say Natty.
Bobby Lashley right now. With men, well, I'm gonna have to go with females. Natty's the best, and then
Told
with
you.
men, I'm just trying to think of who was on the pay-per-view yesterday that really caught my eye. Daniel Bryan's really good. I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it sounds like to me you're picking Drew McIntyre to beat Bobby Lashley at Mania then.
Yeah.
She's like, yes, that's it, period.
No hesitation.
100% Britain, Drew.
Yes. Okay, girl.
Okay. So what about the Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks match? Who do you got?
Bianca.
Okay. All right. And
I think Sasha's gonna win, but I want Bianca to win.
okay. And Rhea Ripley, she made her Raw debut yesterday, and immediately she challenged Asuka. So that's going to be a match for the Raw Women's title at Mania. So who do you got for that match?
Rhea.
Yes, that's easy.
Yeah.
The wild card.
Okay. And Georgia, one last question before we let you go. What are some words of wisdom that your father passed on to you before he passed?
Definitely to never quit, and just try to better yourself, and try to be the best version of you can every day. We're always gonna feel low or feel have our bad days, but he showed me that it makes us sick as well, and just gotta get out and make things happen. And I feel like that's what I did during COVID with all this. I just tried to I wasn't. All of us, we weren't in a good mental state, and I just tried to turn something into a positive and not dwell and sit and feel sorry for myself. And I think that's something that I've taken from my dad. And my dad had lots of really, really bad injuries and lots of really, really traumatic things and very sad things that have happened to him in his life with losing certain people. And he never quit. He always got up, worked out, and just got on with it. And even when he started wrestling, he was told you're too small, or you're too this, or you can't do this, or you'll never make it, or you'll never be a single person. And he showed everybody, and that's something I've taken away from him.
Okay. Beautiful. Georgia, once again, technical difficulties aside, thank you for it's fine. Thank you for calling in, talking to three people in Philadelphia, about wrestling. We really appreciate your time.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much for having me. And actually, this is my last interview that I'm going to be doing for a while. So thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Georgia. Well,
thank
have
you.
fun at Mania, and I'm really happy for your family. I know you guys are gonna have a great time.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. And check out the Hall of Fame on April 6th on Peacock. And you'll see all of us there and, on my dad's social media. So thank you guys for your support.
No problem. Georgia, take it easy down there.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
That was dope.
Yeah, it
Nice. So cool that she's doing this for her dad. Like, that's nothing better than having a passion or a goal towards something, and it's with your loved one. That's who it's for, especially if
Right.
they've passed. That's amazing. I really give her a lot of
That's pretty
credit
dope.
for that, because your dad died at an early age. He was only 39.
Yeah.
So to lose your dad at that early of an age,
Yes.
that's a big loss.
Mhm.
So definitely give her a lot of credit for just like she said, don't give up, get up, get on with it. And I think that's great. So thanks to her for talking with us.
Yeah.
And once again, you're listening to 98.5 WJYN, Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture, Chris, Carmen, Mark. And, we're going to bring these next, 30-ish minutes left, technical difficulty free.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right.
Let go.
So, before we dig into the NBA and everything, there's been a lot of talk about Allen Iverson versus Kyrie Irving.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Okay, here's the thing. There's really nothing to talk
There's
about.
nothing.
no
There's nothing
conversation.
really to talk about.
There's no convo here.
Kyrie Irving is more skilled than Allen Iverson. He's a better shooter, better ball handler, better finisher. But
What?
Allen Iverson, definitely his heart, his
Shooter,
mentality,
yes.
unmatched.
Ball
Shoot-
handler?
Shooter,
Yes.
yes, but I'm kind of going to disagree with pretty much everything else.
No, Allen Iverson got him on the
Finisher?
Yeah, he got him on the. I definitely give him playing the passing lanes and defense. But at the end of the day, I'll still start my franchise with Allen Iverson. But Kyrie Irving is far more skilled than Allen Iverson was.
Oh,
That's
that's your opinion. I get it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, but if we're being honest, there's no Kyrie without Allen Iverson. So I mean, of course, it should only improve. Like Steph Curry is basically Steve Nash on steroids.
Reggie Miller.
I'd say Steve Nash, because Steve Nash, he had the ability to shoot like that too. He just didn't have the opportunity to put it up in that volume.
You should, because he didn't shoot that much. You should have shot more.
Like Steve Nash, when he shot, didn't miss.
Yeah.
So that's why I say Steph Curry is basically Steve Nash
Man,
on steroids.
listen, I saw Steve Nash in a closeout game against the Spurs, close out that game with one good eye.
Yeah,
So,
just not even missing.
yeah.
One good eye.
But I'm definitely gonna say
Rewatch it. No,
I know.
Okay, I'm about to say rewatch
just- I
that.
think
I'm
it's
just
funny.
saying rewatch that game. I can't tell you. I was watching the Spurs get swept after all those years. Tony Parker headbutt, the Robert those Spurs teams. Listen, they were fundamentally sound, but they were literally out to hurt Steve Nash.
Chris is getting passionate about his
You-
Spurs,
you-
man.
Nah, it's the Suns.
I mean, I'm sorry, the
Yeah.
Suns.
Yeah,
I like the Suns.
It's
My
crazy
Suns.
because I feel like he gets more passionate about the Suns and Aaron Rodgers than it's almost like neck and neck, the way that you're as passionate about them as you are about the Sixers or the Eagles.
Well, the
Like,
Suns
you be ready
and all
to
that
ride
just have
for the
he just
Suns.
has nostalgia. It's from his childhood. It's from growing up. You can't replace the growing up memories of teams in comparison to now. It's a different feeling. As an adult, the way you feel about sports is completely different than when you're a kid and feel about sports.
Thanks, Dr. Carm.
I'm just saying. It's just the truth. Chris, can't you say that? Couldn't you think that's a point to it? How you felt about sports as a kid, how you looked at things is completely different than now.
I'm not more passionate about Aaron Rodgers and the Suns than I am about the Eagles. It's just the difference is that I live in Philadelphia. I've seen the Eagles throughout all my life, so it's I know how to manage how I feel in regards to how I feel about them. So it's there's really no point about me getting angry about Carson Wentz because Carson Wentz is gone. At this point, I'm kind of numb when it comes to Howie Roseman because I know until he's gone, there's nothing fundamentally going to change about how the way this organization is going to be run. And with the Sixers, it's like, listen, I'm happy about the Sixers. Listen, Joel
You're the
Embiid.
only one that hates on the Sixers.
Yeah, so
I
it's
don't have
like,
nothing to
listen,
say right
Joel Embiid get like watching Joel Embiid. I get great joy in watching Joel Embiid. It's something I haven't felt when it comes to watching the Sixers since
Yeah.
Allen Iverson,
Told you.
and it's something I haven't felt in terms of watching a Philadelphia sports athlete since Ryan Howard.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my thing is that also, like, when it comes to the Sixers, like, all right, listen, I got to manage my expectations. They broke my heart before. I
Right,
It's a Philadelphia team. What do you expect?
listen, because
Any
like,
Philly team.
yeah, so
You
it's
gotta
like,
brace yourself.
yeah, so it's like, watching that ball, go like hit the rim 4 times and going in there. Like, I was depressed. Like, I didn't.
That was sick. That was crazy.
I didn't want to talk basketball.
was
I did not want to talk
That
basketball.
was
Like, here's the thing. Like I used to be on G-Town Radio, Germantown Radio, 98.6, I believe. So 97.5. So not 97.5. I forget exactly the radio station. My bad, Germantown. I appreciate the year that I've been there, but listen, that game happened during the weekend. It was a Sunday. Our show was on Friday. I legitimately did not talk to anybody about that game until Friday, until I had to do that
you
show.
had to hold it in, bro.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even holding it. I was just depressed.
That hurt.
That was wild.
That was the year.
Such a fluke shot.
That was the year because we would have won the chip that year.
Like,
We was going to spank Boston.
No, like I've been like that amount of deflation and like depression didn't
Milwaukee.
like that was something I didn't feel until like the 2008 NFC Championship game where we lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Like I went into that game on like, we're gonna beat Arizona, and then I watched Larry Fitzgerald score 3 touchdowns in the first half. I'm like, so we just can't have anything, huh?
It's one of them days.
Yeah, like we can't have anything.
And then the worst part about it, I'm glad like the Sixers are bouncing back and like showing their ways, and especially with the way Joel Embiid has been playing. But he went out crying. He was a good meme for a little bit, but now ain't nobody messing with Embiid. I can't wait till he returns. Like I cannot wait till he returns.
And the one thing that has really been enjoyable to watch when it comes to the 76ers is that even when your big star isn't playing, everybody else is stepping up. Shake Milton's been stepping up. Listen, I know you don't like him.
Corky.
No.
Cork.
Don't even start.
Relax.
Don't even start.
Nah, Korkmaz, listen. Korkmaz was stepping up, man.
You
Don't
don't
even
want to
start.
admit this either, but Danny Green has been stepping up too.
No, I was gonna talk about this later.
She lying.
I was gonna
I
say
know she
Danny has
wasn't.
been stepping up. Like listen to me.
I
I've
don't
been
know what
giving
you
him
two
credit.
got against our
I've
role
been
players.
giving him credit. Danny has been stepping up. Yes,
Okay.
Defensively, he's made some clutch threes when
He
we
had
needed
5
it.
steals the other night.
Yeah, 5 steals. Danny's been showing up. I give him credit. He's showing up like he used to show up.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
great.
I'm actually here to give Tobias some praise.
Okay.
Wow. But hold on. Are we gonna talk about Sixers or are we just gonna
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
generally?
Nah, we talking
Can we
Sixers.
talk
Talking
about
Sixers now.
talk about Knicks Sixers?
Let's go.
That game?
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's talk about it.
Okay, first of all, let me just put this out this way. We had no business winning that game, but I'm glad we did.
Well, the way they played at the end was just like, what is going on? That final sequences of plays. Tobias misses 2 free throws. Then Julius Randle makes that crazy shot.
Mm-hmm.
And
Step
then
back, John.
That step
like
back three.
that was kind of like I when I was watching, I was like, that's the Kawhi shot. It's like in the corner. He shouldn't make it, but he does. It gets the
Yeah.
bounce. It goes in. It was
what?
kind of similar.
I'm like, what in the James Harden is going on here?
Like what? So Julius makes a crazy shot, and then
that wasn't me taking the shot. That was just like because
I mean, he makes a great shot. And then what else happened? And then in the last, so mind you, if Tobias would have just made his free throws, we could have had the game like sealed. It would have
Yeah,
been 5.
the game would've been ice.
It'd have been
Mhm.
done. So he missed both. She's such a high percentage free throw shooter. I didn't understand what was going on. I was so confused. And then when Julius made that, then it was like 5.3 or whatever left. And then we have the last play to close out. Just needed two just to close it out. Ben does the inbound. Tobias, I don't know what Tobias thought when
yeah,
he
there was
saw.
a clear miscommunication.
But how was it a miscommunication? He ran up to the ball. He looked at Ben. He had his hands, and Ben passed the ball, and he just let it fly past. I'm like, what are you doing? And then they don't even chase him down. Then he goes and whatever happened down there, I forget. I'm just so annoyed. And then OT comes. First of all, before all this, thank God for Danny Green and that 2 that he made, which saved the game.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. And then in OT, Danny with the clutch threes. Clutch.
Well, I'm so
Wow.
proud of y'all.
Yeah, I
There-
will
there-
admit.
there's growth going on here. Listen,
I'm not. Listen,
you're giving props to Danny Green. You're giving props to the Sixers bench for doing what they do. I'm proud of y'all.
I
There's
can't-
growth.
I
I
can
love the
give
growth.
credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
And then OT, Danny with the clutch threes, the defensive, he was on his defensive ish. And then Tobias, it comes in, Tobias making both his free throws, and he makes them. He redeems himself. And I felt like he knew he was going to make them. He kind of knew, like, all right, like, I can't play. If he would have missed those free throws in OT, he'd have came back to the city with, like, a bounty on his head. Like, nobody would have messed with Tobias. Like, bro, how do you miss free throws? You're an excellent free throw shooter. And then luckily for us, Julius missed that game-winning shot because that thing rimmed. It almost went in, and that would have been
Before
wrapped.
that.
But Julius definitely, I know Julius is complaining. First of all, when that foul happened with Tony Bradley and Julius with the flagrant, and Julius Randle's like pushing Tony Bradley and all upset because he grabbed his leg. What are you trying to break your fall, bro? And you're all mad because he's holding your legs. Did he knock you to the ground? Did he slam into your face? Why are you getting all hyped? Like, relax. I understand you're a first-time All-Star, but stay in your lane.
Right.
First. Secondly, he was all mad that the foul was called on him when you pushed Tobias in the back, bro.
All right.
So-
All right, by the way, breaking news. Joe Flacco has agreed to a contract with the Philadelphia Eagles. So we officially got our backup quarterback.
I knew that was
Wait,
coming.
what?
Yeah.
What?
And
I
that
knew that
means,
was coming.
Yep, that means we're officially out of the Justin Fields sweepstakes.
I'm cool with that. I mean, we really got Jalen Hurts.
So then now we can really go for someone on the 6th pick.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Kyle Pitts. I don't care.
I don't know if I want Devonta Smith.
Why?
Because he's freaking 170. I know girls who weigh more than him.
Okay.
I'm
you-
good,
So what
bro.
that mean? Why
So
are you
I'm
judging?
good.
Okay, you see. Okay, he still makes
Oh,
long
I
strides.
like my women like that. I was just saying, I know
Okay.
girls who are bigger than him.
Long strides, still gets good separation.
I'm just scared someone's gonna break him.
Okay, do you realize?
If he
who-
ain't worried, don't
okay,
be worried.
I'm not worried
I'm
because you want to
concerned.
know who's had the same, who had nearly the same build as a Hall of Famer?
Who?
Marvin Harrison.
Ooh, skirt.
All right, okay.
And I was
All
just
right.
saying, Marvin Harrison played 20 years when went in a league where that actually hits.
Yeah.
So all I'm
T.
saying is this is like, well, they're gonna break him like it's like who actually in the secondary hits like a Ed Reed used to do or a Troy.
Well,
Polamalu
okay, all
type
right.
of-
You got okay, fine. With that, those are very valid points because you don't have those guys who are just knocking you out when you go across the middle anymore.
Yeah, and in the
I don't
end,
think the game is designed like that anymore.
Yeah,
Like that's a flag.
yeah. So like in the end, the game's all about finesse. Just give him a few peanut butter jelly sandwiches, tone him out, he'll be fine.
All
Give him
right.
the 185. Just give him the 185, 190. He'll be all right.
All right. You might have talked me down. Like I think his skill and his play is great. It's just his body that scares me.
It's fine, man. Listen,
Like this ain't basketball. You can get away with being 170,
If
but
he's good,
we talking about the gridiron.
I mean, listen, if Smith ain't worried about it, don't be worried about it. He handled
Listen,
himself.
teams
He a
aren't- listen,
grown
te-
man.
and my thing,
He
if
played
teams
for
not worried about it,
Alabama.
listen, I talked with Coach Flores like during the Senior Bowl. He said Devontae Smith's size doesn't matter. If you could play, you could play.
Yeah, that's right.
And not to mention, like Devontae Smith's also been in contact with Jalen Hurts because those two used to be teammates when he was in Alabama. So I'm just saying that connection maybe still there. If
That'd be crazy.
him or Jalen
We need
Waddle.
like
I'll take it.
something to, give us like a brighter spot on the Eagles. Like, yeah, we got Jalen, we cool, we good, but we just have so many ups and downs, so much. And then with the Sirianni interviews, everyone's just confused and just
Listen,
worried.
Listen, it's
I just think we need like a bright star.
listen, it's cool.
I agree.
Listen, in the end, they need to realize that whatever wide receiver or tight end comes in, it's still Travis Fulgham's team.
We'll see.
Chris, shut up
We'll see.
right now.
The so go back to the Joe
Christopher.
Flacco signing. The one thing I like about it, that can be more of like a mentorship. Like he's not coming in here like possibly taking Jalen's job, in my opinion. I don't think so.
Do you know the city?
I know the city, but
do you
he's
know the
not
city?
coming in to truly take
I'm
his
telling you,
job. He's gonna hold the clipboard and wear the hat.
I'm telling you, a string of bad games. Like, you know what? Let's get Joe
Put
Flacco.
Flacco
I'll-
in, man.
I'll
Listen, here's
flip
the
some
Flacco's the
stuff.
vet.
There are two they're top 5 athletes that Philadelphia fans love, and two in the top 5 is the backup goalie for the Flyers and the backup quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I know.
And then it's a combination of like Chase Utley and like somebody else.
Right.
Chase Utley, Dr. J, and Brian Dawkins.
Pretty much.
Listen, all you for real, damn right. Oh, ooh,
You
sorry.
can say that.
Yeah,
You know-
Dam's fine.
Damn
Let it
right.
fly.
Next season, if anything, it starts going downhill. Say Carson wins like 3 in a row, we lose 2 in a row. We should have kept Carson Wentz. I don't know why we give up on him. What's wrong with the Eagles? The Carson Wentz is our quarterback. He was our franchise.
Oh, we
That's
can
the
definitely see
first
that.
thing that's gonna be out there about as soon as Jalen
Sure.
loses 2 games in a row.
Listen,
Sure.
listen.
That's true.
Listen,
I can't even deny that.
Listen, the only way I want that to happen if it means that Howie Roseman loses his job quicker. Other than that, listen.
Howie, you gotta go. Even the name Howie.
Listen, either way, Howie Roseman needs to go.
Howie.
Unless he gets Aaron Rodgers, then I'm like, you know what?
How's he gonna pull that one off, Christopher?
Listen, then I'm gonna pull a Thanos. I'm like, perhaps I treated you too harsh.
How's he gonna pull that one off, Christopher?
Listen, it's called a bank account. Listen, it's called.
That is true.
Listen,
I got 1, 2,
He do-
3, 4,
he do got
5,
them.
6,
listen,
7, 8.
listen, man,
And his bank
eight
account.
reasons and number 12.
Count.
8 reasons, a Philly cheesesteak, and no trade.
Listen, set him up at D'Alessandro's. He good. He gonna stay. He gonna want to stay. Okay, that's my favorite cheesesteak right in the city.
We
Sorry.
know. Say no.
Sorry,
I'm
it's
just
same
playing.
favorite.
Listen, and put him in the best house. Listen, put him in the nicest house in Jersey you could find.
Nah, not Jersey, bro.
Everybody lives in Jersey, man.
Oh, that's corny. Well, I don't blame them though. They about to have.
I'm about to say, what do
I
you
mean-
want to? What do you want to do? Live in South Philly?
No, he can.
They
Live
live
in
in
the
the Ritz- they
Burbs.
can live in the
He
Ritz-Carlton,
can
the
live out
penthouse.
Villanova. He
Ben
live out
does.
Bryn Mawr,
Ben
you
lives in
know.
the Ritz-Carlton, the penthouse.
Malvern, you know, be out there. Big houses, old money.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little concerned about that.
Wow.
What?
About exactly where you know where this man lives.
I'm just saying, this common knowledge. He lives in the penthouse in one of those hotels, like right on 15th Market.
Oh,
I see- like,
the
I think-
exact location.
I think it's the Ritz Carlton. I think it is, but I'm not sure. I think, or it might be the Omni. I'm not sure, but it's definitely one of the hotels on 15th Market. He lives in the top of the penthouse.
You seen him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, not saying like I'm saying like
Did he wave back?
I've seen videos of him coming out of it.
I've
never
okay,
seen him, no.
I'm about to say,
Okay.
did he wave back?
I wouldn't
Nah,
wave.
he-
I would just keep it pushing. I'm not
Nah.
thirsty.
Uh huh.
You know, I
Nah,
wouldn't
Carm,
be thirsty.
Carm not his type. Carm not his
Yeah,
type.
I'm not a white girl.
Yeah, not his type. He might look right past Carm.
His loss, not mine.
I'm like, oh man, a little too complexion for my liking.
Right.
Right. That's crazy too.
Yeah.
Because that's her type. But
Relax. Stop it. Stop it. It's not true.
Listen, unless your last name Jenner, then he ain't interested.
that's crazy.
I mean, she a baddie, but I'm cool.
She
I'm
alright.
me. You know what I mean?
Ain't she
I
like
mean-
the most natural one out of all the sisters?
I think so.
Yeah.
Carm would know.
She is.
Okay.
She's the one. Well,
Maybe-
her and Courtney, they're the most no
Yeah,
plastic
yeah.
surgery.
Nah,
I don't think Courtney has any plastic surgery.
Nah, I thought she got her boobies done.
Maybe
That's
the
fair.
boobs. That's kind of like a,
And
like that's a
what's her
given.
name? I know she got them lip johns.
Who?
Them
Chloe?
fillers, not Chloe.
Kylie?
Kendall. I know she got them lip fillers.
No, I think Kendall's lips have been her lips. I don't think she got no
I
fillers.
highly doubt it.
Nah,
I highly doubt it.
she got decent lips.
She got better. Never mind. I ain't gonna say. You know what I was about to say, Chris. You know what I was going to say. Because you just brought it up again. Don't bring that up no more, bro.
I just want to let you know we're on FM radio right now.
All right, we cool. Ain't nobody cursing.
No, I know, but
So
I
what
know
were you
what you're
saying
thinking.
about lips?
Oh, because Chris be talking about Joy Taylor lips, not me.
Who's Joy Taylor?
Oh, that's just my little boo, my broadcasting boo.
Oh, okay, hon. That's
Yeah,
cool.
That's my
Yeah.
little broadcasting boo.
Yeah, the girl that leaves you on red, and whenever you try to hit her DMs.
No, I only did that like twice. I only
She
did it,
left you
like,
on
twice.
red?
Yeah, I mean she get big money. I only did it like twice though.
What did you say?
I don't know.
Hey, girl, what up?
I don't know.
Hey, girl, wanna
I'm,
go to Chick-fil-A?
I'm corny online. I'm much cooler in person, so I have no
Hey,
idea.
girl, you want to meet me at Chick-fil-A?
Nah, that's why.
You get Polynesian, I'll get Chick-fil-A sauce.
Is that what's hot in these streets?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I'm just trying to get clarity.
I don't know. I don't know. Will you say sure to that?
I'll be like, hell no.
Right.
You drop it off at my house. Make sure the
Right.
fries are fresh.
Right.
That's
See, so that's not gonna work. I don't know. I don't have no game. Online, I don't. In person, I'm pretty cool.
Who has online game? That's kind of like, I don't think you can have online game. I think it's just being receptive either way. So if the
You'll
girl
be
is receptive
shocked.
to you, no matter what game you have online, she'll be open to you. But if she's not open to you, don't matter what you say. She's gonna be like, no.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen people like who got like mad game online, but might not say nothing to you in person. So like it definitely varies. Like I know some people from like college who were like,
Listen, my thing is this: it's like I spent 5 years and put myself $50,000 in debt for a communications degree. So I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time and text you stuff that you probably want to hear. No, I'm just gonna go out and just say it to you.
facts.
Chris is just that type. He just is kind of like the walk up, say what I gotta say, and drop the mic,
Yeah,
Facts.
Yeah.
I get it.
yeah,
run it back.
Hey, it be like that.
yeah, man. Listen, put my degree to use.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But
Anywho.
yeah. So we
Before
did
we
get
were rudely interrupted.
All right, back to the Sixers. So that game versus the Knicks, we definitely got a win with the skin of our teeth.
Yep.
Tobias, you got to be better, bro. When it comes down to those clutch moments, you got to
Nah,
make.
he's
He
cool
made
now.
him. He
He
made
looks cool
no.
right
He
now.
made him an
Listen,
OT. But if we're gonna hold everyone to this high standard and we want to win a championship, we want to be serious. When Embiid comes back,
Listen, here's
Whoa.
the thing about Tobias Harris. The
What?
Sixers are 19-3 when Tobias Harris scores 20 points or more.
That's great.
that's great. But we could have had that game closed and started
We won.
okay, I'm just saying. Here's
Oh,
the thing. Now
Look
you're
at you.
Mister.
I'm
We
so
won.
proud of you, Mark. You're looking at the bottom line.
All I'm saying,
It
we
doesn't
did
matter
win.
how pretty or how or
I
how much style
understand
it
that,
came
but all
in.
I'm saying is, if it comes down to those moments and it's Game 5 and it's an elimination game, we need Tobias to let us end this game before OT. I need him to make those shots. That's all I'm saying. If he's gonna be,
he's getting there.
I'm now you want to have leeway for people?
Listen, here's my thing.
I always got leeway.
No, you don't. Not for Ben.
Here's my thing.
Because don't even get me started.
Okay, here's the thing. Tobias has already proven it. He proved it against the Lakers. He proved it against the Jazz,
Okay.
and he proved it again.
just
And he proved it
stating.
against in a blowout against the Sacramento
Right.
Kings, where there's no Ben Simmons, no Joel Embiid, and no Seth Curry, where he dropped 28, 11, and 8.
No,
Pretty
yeah.
much putting up Giannis numbers.
Can we just talk about Thibault? I love Thibault. I've been said I love Thibault. He's
My
the
young
best.
boy,
Like just his
Tease.
defense. Like
Yes,
just
he's
when he gets in the
amazing.
game, you know something's gonna be like the ball's gonna go somewhere. Like it's
He's
definitely
amazing.
he's making some threes.
He's
Like he's
amazing.
doing it. I've always said I've been a fan of Thibault. I'm saying,
Same.
mind you, he got the mural next to
I heard.
garage. It looks really good. I passed it front. Mind you, garage is open. Just to say,
What's that? You know,
that's the bar on it's on Girard and Frankfurt. I think it's right. It's I thought you. Barcade is closed. Not garage.
Okay.
Or is it Barcade?
No, I heard Barcade is closed.
Okay, well then it must be garage.
Okay.
Either way, Thibault is a hometown hero right now. He pay happen.
That his defense is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I really
Insane.
like him. I'm glad things are coming
So,
along.
Listen, the bench has definitely turned the corner since post All-Star break.
And this is
And-
great for our push.
Yeah, so honestly,
Mhm.
I'm kind of on the side where I feel like, Daryl Morley's probably just going to let this ride out. He may get like a buyout point guard, but outside of that, I don't see really much of the core of this team really changing.
Well, he didn't do anything this past weekend when people were doing stuff. So
Well, the trade deadline is what, Thursday?
Yes.
no, I know,
Okay.
but I thought when I was speaking to some people about it, they were saying he was going to make that move like within the weekend. You know what I mean? Within that kind of time frame, because a lot of
Yeah.
things have been happening.
Yeah, the only thing that I've heard so far is that the Miami Heat and the Sixers are the finalists from the Kyle Lowry sweepstakes. Outside of that, either Kyle Lowry stays in Toronto and signs an extension, or he comes here. Outside of that, I haven't heard anything else.
I
And then
hope
I-
he don't end up in Miami.
I heard that. Well, I
He
not
would
heard.
fit perfect with them too.
I mean, but
Or he
like,
can go
where
to the
would he be
Clippers.
though?
Or he can go to the Clippers.
Bye. Go to the West Coast then. I'm cool.
And then Aaron Gordon's requesting a trade. You heard
cares?
that? I was like, Aaron
Yeah.
Gordon, where are you going?
Who cares, man?
Ain't nobody.
Where is he
I'm
going?
sorry. Nobody's scooping him.
Ain't no one coming to see you, Aaron
The
Gordon.
Knicks might do it.
Nah, I don't see it.
They could. I don't see why not.
Honestly, Magic Johnson did bring up a good point earlier when he was on First Take today. He's like, I like to see Lonzo Ball in New York, and honestly, I think that's a perfect fit for Lonzo. Especially-
Why?
What's up with Austin Rivers? I haven't seen him play for the Knicks. He hurt?
I think he is
Yeah, I think
because he broke it down perfectly. Because like, who's the Knicks starting point guard right now?
Emmanuel quickly.
Yeah,
Thought
But-
he comes
yeah.
off the
So
bench.
it's like the one thing that they need is that they need a facility. They need a perfect facilitator for the half court offense that can get everybody in their spots in terms of like, he can get RJ Barrett good open looks, especially in transition.
Yeah, I agree.
RJ Barrett. So it's like every single one of those points is like it's grit and grind. So it's like you see, Julius Randle having to have games where like
Where he brings up the rock.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same with RJ Barrett. Neither one of those guys are able to be consistent when it comes to creating shots for others. Meanwhile, Lonzo, he will play great defense. He will set everybody up, and he only needs 5 shots a game where all he's going to do is shoot 3-pointers.
My whole thing is this though. I feel like the New York market is so similar to LA. Like, what's the difference? Like, okay, maybe you don't have the pressure of Kobe Bryant just leaving and retiring from the organization. But it's still a high pressure city and organization.
Yeah, I think because of how bad New York has been for a very long time, I think when it comes to now their young players, they've kind of tamed on that. So it's like they're a lot more tamed in terms of the development of RJ Barrett. They're a lot more tamer in terms of the expectations of what Julius Randle has been bringing to them. Sam Mitchell Robinson, Emmanuel Quickly, and the rest of those guys. So it's like a culture thing. So it's like Tom Thibodeau is like, listen, I got a young team. We're going to play great defense. And that's pretty much our identity. So it's like getting a guy who fits everything that they're still missing in Lonzo Ball. That's a perfect fit because I don't see him staying in New Orleans.
No, he's already said he's not.
Yeah.
He's going to become an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah. So it's like,
But why? So Bledsoe can get the rock?
No, he just doesn't want to be there no more. Yeah, he turned down his because he would have been a restricted free agent coming up, and that's where the team can basically match any deal that any other team offers him. Also, Laurie Markman, he did the same thing as well, so they'll both be becoming unrestricted free agents, and they're able to sign with whatever team that they and they're choosing.
Nice.
Yeah, and how about this though? How about Lonzo Ball having more made threes than Trae Young? How crazy is that?
honestly, it doesn't surprise me because when you watch the amount of times where you watch the Pelicans, all Lonzo does is shoot threes when he's wide open. He doesn't really shoot.
He do like them. He just pulled them, John.
Yeah, so it's like he doesn't.
As he should.
I mean, he doesn't really score anywhere else. Like unless he's getting a transition layup, you don't see him try to initiate offense for himself.
And then LaMelo with his fractured wrist. What's up with that? I didn't see what happened. What happened?
He was bracing himself after a layup and he came down and then
Who were they playing against?
I don't remember. But yeah, he was basically just trying to catch himself when he was falling.
Yeah.
The NBA, like right now, we hurting like okay, so LaMelo just got hurt. That's basically
Steph
our
has a
rookie year.
contusion.
Right. Steph got the contusion. Giannis, LeBron with his ankle sprain looked pretty bad. Embiid's been out. KD's been out. AD's been out. Like all
Everybody.
all the stars are just like, ugh. It's like, come on, like
and Kyrie's going to be missing this
Family.
because of personal reasons.
Yeah.
Personal reasons.
yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, listen, James Harden is looking like Will Smith at the end of the Fresh Prince right now.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at least he didn't have to experience 20 losses in a row though. He had to abandon
That coach was crying.
Yeah,
I
that was
like,
pretty
dang.
sad.
Yeah.
It's
But
tough.
I mean, he's had a really
signed
hard
up.
situation.
He didn't sign up for that.
Nah, not at all. And then the sad part about it is because you know how the NBA is. Like, this is his first opportunity to be a coach for a head coach.
Yeah,
might add.
after being 20 years as an assistant.
Yeah, it's like he might not get another shot. You know how they are with black coaches.
Yeah, and it's like nobody wants to look at the fact that Christian Wood has been missing a significant amount of time. Same with John Wall.
And he probably
Harden left.
Right, he came in thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have James Harden and John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus is gone.
Yeah, so like I feel for the brother.
Yeah, so it's like solid, veteran bench pieces like PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker's gone. James Harden's gone. John Wall's been in and out of the lineup. Christian Wood just came back. DeMarcus Cousins,
Eric
got cut.
Gordon as well.
So it's like he's dealing with a bunch of D-League guys.
Pretty much.
20 games. That's a lot. I wonder if that's the biggest.
No, 26 by us.
Yes.
26 who?
unfortunately.
By the Sixers.
Oh, the
That
Sixers lost
Dumban
26,
process.
26,
about to-
26 games in a row. Wow.
Bad.
Hey, we got
Sick.
Ben Simmons because of that.
How's that turning out so far?
Hey,
Turning
we're
out great.
Number one seed in the East right now.
You know what? Speaking of that, the Sixers are the first in the Eastern Conference at 30 and
Always hating
13.
on Ben,
They have
bro.
won the last 8 out of 2.
Stop
I mean,
hating
I'm
on
sorry,
Ben.
8 out of 10.
How about the Ben
They won the
bench?
last 8 out of 10
You got a
and
new wine out. Ben's
for the month. Excuse me, Carmen. For the month of March, the Sixers are 7-1. So they're playing absolute fantastic basketball right now. They have the second best record in the NBA, trailing behind the Utah Jazz, who we spanked a couple weeks ago. So the Sixers are looking really great. My question for
including
you,
Ben.
Ben's cool. He's doing what he's doing. All right. He's doing what he's doing. All right. I got nothing bad to say about Ben right now. Got nothing bad to say about Tobias right now. Truthfully, I got nothing bad to say about the team at all.
Wow, this is a really, really great change of pace.
I'm so proud of you.
For today, we'll see what happens.
After tonight?
I can't tell you, Raz, right now. Listen, I feel like a proud father.
Shut up. What are you talking
It's
about?
okay, ACR.
Just watching you guys just change your opinions and growing.
I can give credit where credit is due. Mark, he's a little jaded with the Ben thing.
That's not
Me,
true.
I can give credit to Danny because he
I'm-
earned
I'm-
it. He deserves it.
Listen, my thing is that with the whole Danny Green thing is that you expect him to do
Be a superstar.
Yes.
I never said he had to be a superstar. I said he had to play his
Before
role.
my man even
Play
laced up his
his
sneaks,
role.
Carmen was killing Danny
I
Green.
just said he had to play his role. That's all I said. I never
Killing my
said.
guy.
I never said superstar. That never came out of my mouth. Not once. That's your words.
Nah,
Never said that.
Never. No, I would never call Danny Green a superstar because I know
but
he's
you're
not.
saying I said that. I never
You
said
was
that.
acting like
no,
he
I
was
was
coming
not.
in
I
being
said play
the
your role.
missing piece.
I said he can never be our missing piece because he can't even play his role as a side piece.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm just saying. I said that, and that's what I stick to. I did say that, and I do mean it. But since he's stepping up in his role, great, Danny. Congrats. Thank you so much. You earning your money.
Well,
Beautiful.
Also,
in my defense, hold on, because I do give credit. In my defense, I was holding it down when you was out for a little bit. I was holding it down. I was talking nothing but good stuff about Ben.
Well,
the whole
you
time.
needed to. He was
I
going
was,
off.
I was holding it down for you.
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, I know Karn would love it. Blah. Wish he was
Yeah.
here while I'm talking all this great stuff about Ben.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you come back, he go back.
Stop. No, he hasn't. I mean,
Ah.
in a
he
way.
did. He did.
but-
He
You
did.
can check the past shows. He did.
I mean,
He did.
I give him his leeway. Sorry, Ben.
Nah,
You
I'm
got
I'm
it in you.
He needs to continue. I don't know
Also-
what's up with Bull.
Also, by the way, shout out to the 1-2 punch combination coming off the bench. Shake Milton, Furcon, Court
Come on, yo.
Moss.
He can,
Corky, the
y'all,
Corkinator.
God, y'all
Shaking.
drive me
Shake, shake,
insane
shake.
with this
Shaking.
Cork guy.
Shake, shake,
Firkin
shake, 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 shake.
Y'all so hype.
Shake,
Dog,
shake,
that's
shake.
I mean, he has been hitting shots. I still can't stand
If
when
you
he's on
get
the
the
floor.
ball, pass
Why
it
not?
to Cork.
Because I just feel like he's a liability.
Listen, the man
What?
gets. Listen, he gets to the free throw line and he knocks down his open shots. That's all you can ask.
Listen,
He needs to
what-
continue. Don't act like he's always done this.
Every time I see Cork, I just
He's
smile
been doing this since
because I think about Chris.
Listen, he's been doing this since the month. He's been doing
I
this since
think
the month
about
of March.
Chris.
That's all that
I
matters.
think about Chris and him just saying,
Post All Star
Furkan Korkmaz,
first
dunk champion in the EuroLeague.
First
What are you gonna say now, man?
2016 Turkish slam dunk champion.
Yeah.
Oh.
What now?
Oh, he's throwing it
What kind
down.
of dunk championship you got?
I ain't got none. I can
All
barely
right.
tap the backboard.
Yeah.
Where your rings at?
I ain't got none.
Okay, can I ask
Cork
you?
is that,
Can I ask you a
man.
question? Can you beat
Shake is cool.
Can you beat Furkan in the game of 21?
Nope. Definitely.
Nah, he'll probably get me. If it
Definitely
was
get
me
you.
in my prime, I think I could at least
You in your prime. When was that?
when I before pre ACL mark.
Mm.
Pre ACL mark, I think I could give him because he's an NBA player. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. And the game goes to 21. I think I can give him maybe 8. I'm just gonna be
I'm
honest.
gonna say 5.
I think I can give him 8. So
you think? Do you understand how good he is?
I know that's why I'm saying if the game goes to 21,
You think you can give him 8?
I think I can give him 8.
With him
if I'm
defending
I'm
him.
all hustling, giving everything I got, I think I
like
can
your
give him
best
8.
game
Like,
you ever played in
yes,
your
that's what I'm
life.
saying.
We got Therese Maxey over here.
I'm not saying that, bro. I'm saying pre ACL Mark was pretty good at basketball. Current Mark is I played on Saturday. Listen, my body still hurts. Like
Listen, that means I've been the same player. I've never got hurt in being basketball, but even still, I'm still the same player I was back then that I am now.
you lucky son of a gun.
No, I'm not good. I'm a hustle player.
Oh, all right.
I'm Reggie Evans. I'll get the rebounds. I'll make that open court pass.
Oh, you scrappy.
Yeah. So
See, I appreciate that.
yeah. Listen, here's the thing. Like
Reggie Evans, you took it back. Reggie Evans.
Yeah.
Listen, one of my favorite role players of all time. Listen, just get the rebound. Listen, get the rebound. He'll tee you up.
Yeah.
Listen,
Pause.
listen. I don't care.
I'm just playing.
Bring insecure there, my friend. But
Oh my gosh. Relax.
Kirk
Relax.
Moss. Every time I see Kirk Moss, I really get so hyped because I think about Chris. I'm like, Corky. I say that.
Listen.
And Shake Milton.
Listen, it's unfortunate Steph's not playing tonight, so unfortunately,
Seth.
Steph.
Well,
Oh,
both.
Steph and
Both
Seth.
brothers.
Damn, both
Yeah,
Currys.
well,
they probably,
Yeah.
they probably
well,
at dinner right now.
Looks like it's up for the real number 30 to show.
Oh my God.
Ah,
Yo,
yo,
Cork-
Chris is so
Because
funny.
you're so hyped. Let me.
The real number
Cork
30.
better go insane tonight. Like Cork
The
better
real
drop
number,
like.
Chris just
freaking
said it's time for the real
50.
number
The real
30.
You know
number
what?
30.
If you so confident about Cork, I'm about to pull up the odds. We're gonna see what his odds are for his over and under, or if he even gets an
Why
over and
Mark
under.
always gotta be with the negative, man? Why can't you just give Cork his flowers?
I just said he was hitting
just-
some buckets. He's playing okay.
Just rise up to the
Give my man his
Corkinator,
flowers,
man.
man.
Corkinator.
I'm
It's
giving him his credit.
Corkinator.
Like
Relax.
Listen, when he makes that game-winning basket, Game 6 against the Nets, you better not pick up that phone.
no, I'm gonna turn
Yo,
up.
Chris is going
I'ma
off
turn up.
today. Chris is on a
What do
roll.
you mean? I'm gonna go insane. I'm
Real
gonna be
number
I'm gonna be
30.
hype. I'm gonna be like Corky. What do you mean? I'm gonna be hype.
Quirky.
Right. All right. So let's see. Hold on.
Mark really trying. Mark, you ain't gotta pull up the.
Oh,
odds,
they
man.
don't have it. Oh no, Cork. All right. So Cork Maz over or under 12.5 points tonight.
over, baby.
Ben Simmons is playing tonight, right?
As of yes, he is. Yes, he
Is
is.
Seth playing?
No.
No.
Okay.
Danny Green is also playing.
Okay. Is there anybody else on the injury report
Tobias is playing. They don't have the Warriors up yet, but they do have the
Okay.
Sixers.
Well, 12 and a half. All right, he can. All right,
Definitely getting that.
he's getting that.
over.
Yes, over.
Over, baby.
How much make the bet then?
Okay, then.
Go ahead and make the
All
bet
right, cool.
tonight.
Let's drop at 13 tonight.
All right, go ahead. Make the bet tonight.
I will.
Let me see what the odds is because I might mess around with it. Nah, I'm
Here
good.
we
I'm
go.
good.
Okay, back to the Sixers play the Warriors tonight. We are missing a lot of our people. Seth, we're missing.
I mean, we're not playing the Splash Brothers. So.
Yeah, we're not playing.
I think
Steph.
we're okay. I think
Steph
we're
is out.
And then we got the Lakers, no AD and LeBron. So
Yeah.
then our first road challenge is going to be probably the Clippers.
Clippers. Yep. And then we
If,
got
if both of them are playing, because we all know about Kawhi
how
Leonard.
they go. Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard and his rest.
Yeah.
And then
Denver.
Denver.
I hope Embiid is back by Denver.
And then
That would be beautiful,
then
but
the
I doubt
Cavs,
it.
who beat us all times we played them this season. So we got to redeem ourselves with the Cavs.
We good. They only got like 14 wins.
Yeah.
We're okay.
But still, they beat us twice.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
There's some games that
Yeah, either way, these next four, what do you got the Sixers?
I'm gonna go 3-1.
Okay, 3-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Man.
that Denver might be a loss.
I'm going to go 4-4, baby.
4-4. We're only
Yep.
playing 4 games.
4-4. 4
4-0.
Sorry, 4-0.
That's
Long day.
Are you under the influence?
It's been a long day. 4-0.
Okay.
Sorry.
But
4-0 out west.
all right, so we still got a few minutes left. I think one of my favorite things about March is that every single year the brackets come out. So it's not just about the NCAA brackets. They always get different types of brackets
Yes.
that come out. So it's like they got cartoon brackets, they got anime brackets, and the one thing that I really love every year is that Kanye fans come together on Twitter and they have their own, Kanye March Madness bracket where it's like they put 64 of his best songs, and they updated this year. So they got from his Kids See Girls, Jesus is King, even though that album was absolutely terrible. But actually, tag marked this on Twitter. Drake actually has his own.
The Drake bracket, that seems
Drake
really fun
bracket,
to
and
do.
they're actually polling answers now. Also,
The new one.
yeah, Souls poll best Drake track record ever. So, they got they're polling now. So it's like the first round matchup is like Nice for What versus Know Yourself.
Oh,
Know
nice.
yourself. Know yourself.
I'm gonna go nice for what?
Nah, know yourself.
Nice for what?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. Know yourself is if you're reading this, you're too late. Or off that. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna retract that answer and go back. with
Nice
know
or what
yourself.
is it depends on what mood you're in or what is your preference.
Yes.
Nice or what is like a get it like happy, like know
Right,
yourself
Like I'm
is
thinking
like
summertime brunch party vibes. when I
Right.
think nice for what.
but know yourself. I think that's just more of a classic.
Yeah. So they also got Worst Behavior versus Take Care.
Take care.
Worst behavior.
Take care.
Definitely worst behavior.
All right, Six God versus Pop Style.
Pop song.
Six God.
Oh man, you're gonna have a lot of fun on that bracket. Controller versus Digital Dash.
Controller.
Wait, ooh, that's
Controller.
hard. That's hard.
No, it's
'cause
not.
Digital Dash is my first of all, the whole Drake and Future album, that whole album is like from the beginning to the end. Me and my best friend, that was like our anthem, like our gym anthem. We played that like heavy. That was our ish. I got the digital dash. Like that was our ish. I remember seeing like that was when I was in Texas.
And I'm
Wait, hold on. Digital Dash or Controller?
yeah.
Controller.
But Controller reminds me of Puerto Rico.
Controller.
Damn it. All right, I'm gonna go with Controller.
right,
But I love Digital Dash.
And that's 2016. Like everybody had a fun time in 2016.
All
this
right.
summer.
I love Digital
But all right,
Dash.
so we got less than a minute. So like it's a good bracket. So they got God's Plan versus the Motto. I'm Upset versus
That's you in
Fake
the
Love.
photo.
God's
That's
Plan
on
or the
the-
motto?
Yeah,
It's the
Elevate
motto.
versus Tootsie Slide.
Wait, which one?
Elevate.
Elevate versus Tootsie Slide.
Tootsie Slide. That's my ish.
Elevate.
Legend versus I'm the Plug.
On the plug.
Legend.
And here-
This is why we do this.
What's the next
We've not-
one?
we've
Do
not
another,
on
do another,
one
do
yet.
another.
all right, and unfortunately, yeah, we're out of our time.
Do one more.
All right, fine. Don't matter versus Don't Matter to Me versus No Telling.
No telling.
No telling.
All right, well, we finally got you guys to agree on something. That's all the time that we have on our show today. I want to thank the guests that we had, Al and Georgia, for
Yes.
Mhm.
us from taking the time out of their busy schedules to interview. And once again, congratulations to British Bulldog David Boy Smith for getting into the WWE Hall of Fame. And once again, you're listening to 98.5 WJYN on UptownRadioPhilly.com, .org. And once again, Chris Thomas.
Mark Thompson.
It's your girl Carm.
And this has been the Running Back Sports Show. Sports for the culture. We are out.
Later. You gotta pee?
Y'all been holding that Johnson.